It's another Friday night of high school football as the Smithson Valley Rangers travel to San Marcos for a showdown with the Rattlers. It's two teams playing for different reasons tonight as the Rangers are fighting for a playoff spot while San Marcos is looking for its first win of the season. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Rangers Network. Alongside former Baylor Bear and Washington Redskin Jeff Gandy, I'm Tony Brubaker, and we're glad you're here with us in San Marcos as the Rangers really looking to get back on the right track after a couple of losses, Jeff, and you probably couldn't pick a better place to come because San Marcos has been struggling.
Oh, they have been struggling, but you know what? From the Rangers' perspective, I think this is a good game to start with. Build some momentum going into the playoffs, having a big win here tonight. For me, just get back to Ranger football and take care of business tonight is really what you want to do.
Starts with the running game, I think. Jacob Fortone and Greg Eggleston, they're going to have to run the ball effectively.
Right.
That'll open up some passing lanes for Luke. And I think defensively right now we've seen Mason Livingston has turned into the bell cow, if you will, of the tacklers because a lot of guys have made tackles, but he's leading the way right now.
Well, and a lot of that might be by design as well. They put Livingston, the strong safety, down in the box to help protect that the linebackers. But then again, the coaches are going to do what they want to do. Tonight, really, honestly, forget about last week. Forget about the last 2 weeks. Let's go back to what we do well, and that is just playing hard-nosed, all three phases football, fast, physical, and fearless.
Alex Garcia is the quarterback for the Rattlers. He's got more interceptions than touchdowns, but we know in the games they've been close, it's because they've been successful through the air.
Absolutely, and they're going to try to run the football. Now, run the football when they can because they run that RPO style of offense, but passing has been their name. And Garcia is going to try to throw downfield. If he has any kind of protection and can get the time, he has a couple of receivers that can catch the ball. They may present a little bit of a problem for the secondary for the Rangers.
And that's obviously what the defensive line and linebackers are going to have to do is not allow him to have time.
Absolutely. You might see a little more blitz, a little more pressure back in Garcia's face. That's disruptive football, disruptive play. That's the best way to handle that.
All right, we're going to take our first time out. We'll come back with more of the pregame show here on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut. Mom Needs a Break Cleaning is the professional service you can trust. Thorough, careful, and affordable. We take care of all your home cleaning needs so Mom can take care of the important things in life. Isn't it time you came home to a spotless house without the hours of back-breaking work? Call Mom Needs a Break Cleaning for an over-the-phone estimate and to set your personalized cleaning schedule with us today.
Guaranteeing things get done while saving you time. Speed is a necessity. GVTC understands and delivers the fastest speeds around for customers every day. I'm Greg Eggleston, and GVTC handles my speed.
You know, getting the Smoky Moe's family pack for lunch really makes me feel like you guys are my brothers.
Yeah.
Really, I don't know if it's the 3 meats or the 3 sides, but Mom got all of our favorites.
Hey, there's no eating in this locker room. Smoky Moe's family pack makes us family, which makes me Super Dad. Hey, you boys go mow the lawn, do the laundry, and wash the dishes while you're at it.
And we're back in San Marcos. We're on the campus of San Marcos High School, a brand new, well, not brand new, but a new stadium, 6 years old, so it hadn't been here very long. They have a brand new basketball arena, a new baseball and softball fields, and even a nice practice facility for the football field, or for the football team. And yet this team has struggled, Jeff. They don't really have an identity. If you would have an identity, it would be because they can throw the ball around, but I still don't know that at 220 yards a game, you have an identity as a passing team.
Well, it's hard to find an identity. Again, you look at Coach Mark Soto. He's trying to change the temperament of the whole environment here and the whole culture. That doesn't happen overnight. Typically, when you have a football team that struggled throughout the last few years, you change the offensive, defensive philosophy, you bring some new coaches in. Things take time to change, and the community has got to back it as well. You mentioned about the facilities. They had the facilities to win here, to attract families that have athletes that are in grade school that want to come and play football or baseball or basketball, any sport here. It's just going to be a matter of time. As you know, with any kind of new community, it takes one spark, one player, or one winning season or a couple games here and there that can really turn it around for you.
Defensively, the Rattlers are going to have to throw everything at them early. Again, we talked about them not giving Alex Garcia much time to throw. Last week, actually the last couple of weeks with Judson and Steele, it's been tough going for the defense. They've given up 65 points in the last 2 games. And other than the first 2 games of the season, there's nothing comparing to that. In fact, they had a 4-game stretch of 0, 15, 7, and 13. And all of a sudden, a couple of 30-plus games. And that was because largely of elite quarterbacks, Jeff. And
yeah,
we saw a week ago against Steele, it was the safeties Livingston and Sinney, and an outside linebacker Zoig, and the cornerbacks Nutt and Betsy getting most of the tackles because they were getting to that second and third level.
Well, that's the key to it on offense. If you can run the football and get it to that second level and put the pressure on those safeties to come up, that opens up the play action pass. And that's going to help out, if it will help out the Rattlers and their style of offense. Again, I commented earlier in our pregame, it's a run-pass option style of offense. In other words, Garcia has the option of maybe 3 plays in 1 play. He can either keep the football himself, he can hand the football off, or he can throw a quick pass. Because, again, the offensive lineman had the ability to go 3 yards, and those linebackers and safeties, they think it's going to be run. So they come up and commit for the run. That may open up for play-action pass.
Smithson Valley holds a 9-1 all-time record against San Marcos. They've won the last 3 in a row by an average score of 49-7. Last year's score was 58-14. The Rattlers in their last 4 games have given up 62, 56, 58, and 48. They're giving up for the season 48 points a game.
Yeah.
All to say, you expect something better out of them tonight.
Well, of course, Coach Soto feels like that they can do better than that, obviously. But a good offense is a good defense, and vice versa. When you're putting your offense to having to score points rapidly because the opponent is putting points on the board against your defense, it changes your play calls a little bit. So that's putting pressure on the offense, particularly for Garcia, the quarterback for the Rattlers. But from a Smithson Valley Ranger perspective, Tony, I think they just need to come out here and just play Ranger football. And we mentioned it earlier in the pregame, but honestly, it just breaks down to offense, defense, and special teams. Be solid in all 3 phases and play Ranger football and take care of the business here tonight.
It is the Rangers and the Rattlers here tonight on the Ranger Network. We're going to take a quick look now with Brent Freeman and head coach Larry Hill on our pregame interview.
And welcome back to Inside Rangers Football. Coming up this Friday, Smithson Valley on the road to face the San Marcos Rattlers, a Rattler team which is having a tough year. San Marcos is winless at 0-8, but coach, as is often the case with winless teams, there's a lot more to the story than that record would indicate.
Well, for one thing, they're playing in the same league we all are. Mm-hmm. And it's not hard to lose a game in our league, as all of us know. Mm-hmm. So that's part of it. And they've had some near misses, and then even in their non-district games, some real tight games. So, we just got to go do what we do. Mm-hmm. And, at the same time, a wounded animal often fights the hardest. And they'll come out slugging, metaphorically, we expect to get their best shot, and they do have some threats that can make it difficult for us to defend, and got some guys up front that are difficult to block. So, we'll keep the focus on us, try to execute at a high level, take care of the football, which we didn't do, of course, last week, and play hard, and we'll see what happens at the end of the game.
It doesn't seem that long ago that San Marcos was running that slot T triple option style of offense, but those days are long gone now under head coach Mark Soto. You look at the offense these days, much more pass-oriented. The quarterback, Alex Garcia, over 1,500 yards passing this season. His top target, Takai Maggot, has 7 reception touchdowns. That leads the team. How can San Marcos' offense give your defense problems?
Well, just what you said. You know, they do a nice job of throwing the football, but a lot of it's packaged with a run game where he can, you hear the phrase RPO a lot, run pass option. He's got the option to hand the football off, or he's got the option to not hand it off and throw to one of those receivers who are actually running pass routes. So 2 plays, even 3 plays in one, and he does a nice job of making the right decision and delivers the ball to those threats. And so they can put a little pressure, particularly on your outside linebackers.
Defense, though, has been a big issue for San Marcos this season. Looking at district play in particular, they have yet to hold the team to under 40 points in 26 6A play. So I just ask you how San Marcos' offense can give your defense problems. How can your offense give their defense problems?
Well, for one thing, we got to take care of the football. We mentioned that. No matter how well or bad you're playing, if you turn it over, you're going to give them short fields. You're going to give them momentum. You haven't given yourself a chance to punt them back and let your defense play and create field position for you. So, that's first and foremost. We got to protect the ball. We got to be balanced. We got to make plays in the run game and the pass game, not one or the other. And I think anytime you come off a loss, you kind of scratch your head. We should have done this. Well, most of the time, you need to keep on doing what you need to do. You need to smooth out the wrinkles a little bit. And so. That's what we'll do during practice, and we'll go over. I don't think we're going to look a whole lot different this week in any phase of the game than we have, but we want to do it well.
Expanding upon that, you're coming off back-to-back losses against arguably 2 of the top teams in 26 6A in Judson and Steele. What does it take to shake losses like that off and bounce back, recover, and forge forward?
Well, I think somewhat our approach as a program. We didn't treat those games any differently than any other games. We never do. Whether it's a deep in the playoff game or a first game of the year non-district tilt or something in the middle, there's a process that we do. We don't build up any game as being the game of the year or a throwaway game either. Every game gets the same amount of attention and focus on certain details. I think that keeps you from getting too high, and we feel like it keeps you from getting too low. So, that is our approach this week. But then again, that's always been our approach, and we'll be fine.
And what's your breakdown of the keys in terms of Friday's game?
Well, this will be the 3rd time I've mentioned turnovers, and if I need to, I'll bring it up a 4th time. We got to take care of the football, and I think we need to create some turnovers. Get some short fields for our offense, and then I think our kicking game is playing its best at this time of the year, and that needs to continue. Get a big kick return, get a block kick, create a turnover in the kicking game, and then lastly, I think explosive plays. The last 2 weeks we've had our share of them, not maybe enough big chunk plays. So you don't have to drive the ball 10 or 12 plays all the time. Man, we got 70 in one play. And that's easy to say, hard to do, but we'll need some of those Friday night.
All right, Coach, best of luck against the Rattlers.
Thank you, Brant.
Community is really important to it.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Tell them about the hygienists. They are super gentle and really nice.
I will do that. Let's do that again. Community is a really important part of Summer Hill Dome.
Dad, did you tell all the kids about the awesome prize box?
I have not, but I will.
Okay.
Seriously, are we getting billed by the hour here? Here at Summerhill Dental, we not only are really good at implants, we have gentle hygienists and awesome prize boxes. We also love our community. We are your Smithson Valley dentists. Go Rangers.
And welcome back to San Marcos, where the Rattlers will host the Rangers it's week 10, but it's the 9th game of the season because you start in 0 week, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to figure out football sometimes, and you've played it all your life.
Well, you've got a bye week in there too.
Yes, indeed you do. It's called an open week. It's not a bye anymore. There's nothing free and there's nothing open. My college coaches used to say, well, it's not really an open week because we're still practicing.
That's right. No off week at all.
No off week at all. And it's about time for tonight's kickoff. We're about a minute and a half away. We're going to take a timeout here in a moment and bring you kickoff right after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is teaming up with the Smithson Valley Rangers. When you stop to gas up, look for the Ranger Spirit Pump. A portion of sales from this pump will be donated directly to the SV Athletic Booster Club to help out our Rangers. So choose the one that's Ranger Blue and fill up. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
There's no way that that's pass interference. Look, he's making a play for the ball and there's not even any contact. That's not interference.
I don't know, Coach. It is what it is.
No way. Run that back again.
Well, Coach, maybe it was a bad call, but it sure doesn't get any better than this.
Well, actually it can.
Coach, this is awesome.
I'm glad you think so. Hey, quit spilling popcorn on the field. Touchdown.
Stop at Fisher's Neighborhood Market for anything a Ranger could need. Whether you're heading to work, coming home from school, or just needing a break to grab something tasty, Fisher's Neighborhood Market is your one-stop shop. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Matt, we are excited to hear what you have come up with for the new Sage Capital Bank jingle.
You are going to love it. We think it really embodies Sage Capital Bank. Emotes class, tradition, effort. Well, just give it a listen.
Man, that's really got spirit, but isn't that
awesome?
That's the Smith.
Best song ever.
Well, yes, it is.
Yes, nailed it. Guys, we have got ourselves a jingle. Let's do it again.
Sage Capital Bank is proud to support the Smithson Valley Rangers, and you can bank on that.
The Rangers of Smithson Valley come into the game tonight with an overall record of 4-4. They are 2-3 in District 26-6A, while San Marcos is 0-8 overall and 0-5 in district play. Most recently, they have lost to New Braunfels by the score of 48-7. A week before to Clemens, 58-24. And in that game, they were actually not too far behind in the first half, but then Clemens really put it on them. And then a week before that, it was Steele, 56-3. So their last three games, same result as the first five, but those not especially successful, and that's have to wonder. You know, you always are concerned, and we're actually going to. We thought we saw the coin toss implemented before the game in the end zone. Now they might just going to be reenacted out at center field, which was occupied by some ceremony here on homecoming or senior night, and probably all at once. But we'll see what the coin toss is. In any event, Smithson Valley has enjoyed some success. They just haven't won the last 2 weeks because they've played Judson and Steele.
Yeah, probably the two best schools in 26XA, back-to-back, one away and then one at home. Hard way to do it, but I tell you what, they've got two more games here starting here tonight where they can build that momentum going into the playoffs. And that's why I feel like that Coach Hill's got the troops geared up, fired up, and ready to get after it.
We have to assume Smithson Valley won the toss because they're going to kick off, and San Marcos will receive the opening kickoff. New Braunfels, where did that come from?
San Marcos.
Smithson Valley will come out of the south end zone and be moving to the north when they kick it, and likewise San Marcos will be starting in the north end zone. Our field moves north to south or south to north, depending on what you're looking at. In any event, the Rangers will be on the south end zone kicking off, as they have many times of late. Magid is deep, along with Alonzo.
Set to kick off for the Rangers, number 14, Joaquin.
And as you are accustomed to, Joaquin Rodriguez will be the kickoff. About ready to get underway here. 12 minutes on the scoreboard, no score, each coach with 3 timeouts. The Rattlers hosting the Rangers, and we're underway. The end over end kick goes to Alonso at the 5. Tries to veer to the right, gets popped a couple of times, but stays on his feet. Now he's spinning and moving and muscles his way after an initial contact inside the 20, gets out to the 25 where they'll spot him. And the Rangers will start, or the Rattlers will start. That's going to be tough 2 R's tonight. The Rattlers will start first and 10 from their own 25, and the Rangers obviously, well, our umpire's having a little trouble finding where the ball goes. We know their names tonight, so we're not going to try not to talk about them very much. But the ball is spotted at the 25. Alex Garcia again, the quarterback. And they go 5 wideouts, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Garcia wants to throw, left flat, sideline, pushed out of bounds by Padilla.
Looked like Canales. Canales out there, yeah.
He's listed as a backup running back, and he hadn't really caught many passes this year, but he's their leading rusher. Now they go 3 right and 1 left, back next to Garcia. They'll give it to Canales.
No.
Actually, Garcia keeps it on the RPO and gets first down yardage as he gets out beyond the 35 before he's tackled by Zoig on a 6-yard gain.
Well, pretty interesting that Coach Soto had his offense come out with empty set on first down and a quick out for 5 yards, and then the traditional RPO with Garcia keeping the football. Once he saw the outside linebacker commit on the dive play, he pulls the ball out and runs it around the end.
So without a tight end, there's 2 receivers either way. Canales, the setback to Garcia's right. Now some motion. Garcia's going to throw left, and the receiver went straight up the field. That was Henry, but the pass was like he was going to do about a 10-yard out, and it's incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, man-to-man down here against Jalen Nutt was Henry. And it looked like just Henry and Garcia were not on the same page, and therefore failed incomplete.
Now with a tight end left, there's 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Canales again the running back. He'll get this one straight up the middle, gets bumped, and actually the better part of the tackle by Padilla, but he dove ahead and ended up getting almost 5 yards out of it to the 41.
Well, that sets you up 3rd and 4. Pretty favorable situation with this style of offense. We'll see what Coach Soto dials up.
The Ranger defense, we'll go through their names as we go along. 4 down. 3 linebackers and 4 defensive backs. Garcia fakes it to the Canales, then tries to go around the right edge. He gets some muscle into it. Americus Sanders ends up bringing him down at the 49 for a 3-yard gain. That brings up 4th down and 2, and here comes the punting unit. But a good effort by Garcia to try to break some tackles.
Yeah, well, he was trying to break the tackle of number 50, Padilla, who came up from his strong side linebacker position to get just enough of Garcia to slow him down so the pursuit of the defense could make the tackle.
So the Rattlers will punt it on their first possession after 1 first down. Looks like Mason Livingston. They're going to fake it, and the up back will take it and not get a first down. So the Rattlers roll the dice, but a stop is made on the play.
Hold on, there's a flag down on the field on the far side.
Tackle by Blake Bowman, a backup safety. Illegal procedure on the offense. That'll be declined. It'll be Ranger ball at the 44 of San Marcos. So good job on the punt fake.
There you go. And again, Coach Hill was talking about all 3 phases playing solid football here tonight. Number 1 is punt return. Comes up and was able to snuff out that fake punt. They didn't get the first down. Now the Rangers have great field position for their first offensive possession.
The 5-play drive, which was stopped by a fake punt. So the Rangers come out now with a back on either side of Luke Gommert, the senior quarterback. 2 receivers, 3 receivers actually, the right. Now someone comes in motion. And it's a give to Eggleston, the right wide side. Finally brought down after a gain of about 5. Gets inside the 40 to the 39 before he's wrestled down by a couple of different Rattlers. So we'll call it a gain of 5. It's 2nd and 5.
Looks like Eggleston just picks up from last week, right, Tony, and just picking up some positive yardage around the end. Good blocking by the perimeter. The folks down there in the perimeter. Now second and 5.
All the wideouts were to the right side last time. Now they're all to the left. One back next to Gombert. Fakes it to Eggleston. Throws it out to the flat. A competed pass is there, and it's a short gain. Not quite to first down yardage. So Caleb, I'm not real sure who that was. Who do we think it is?
I thought it was Noah Flores, but I could be wrong.
Is it? I thought it was 18 also.
Yeah, Noah Flores.
So Noah Flores, a backup defensive back, caught a pass by reception. It's 3rd down and 1 as he got up to the 35. Sorry to be confused just by the number. So the Rangers will stack it in tight. 2 receivers either side tight. A fullback on the left side. Someone jumped it. I think it was the defense. Fortone goes straight ahead. Looks like he'll have first down yardage as the offense got some surge on the left side and opened some room for him there, and it was Fortone, and it is a first down.
Good, big first down pickup here when you're in the your opponent's side of the football field. Good job that time by Fortone, getting hit at the line of scrimmage, but getting enough momentum for the first down.
So the first down run sets the Rangers up at the 31. Gombert wants to throw, rolls to his right, has someone in the flat. It's a completed pass to Eggleston as he goes out of bounds. Another first down as he gets inside the 20 to the 19 on a nice pitch and catch.
Well, it looked pretty easy that time. Yeah. Just roll out to your right and hit Eggleston on about a 10-yard out route. Eggleston, unfortunately, goes out of bounds. He could have cut up field for a few extra yards, but his momentum carried him out of bounds.
And I think the pass was to his outside, and I think it carried him too close to the sideline to stay in. In any event, there's 2 receivers either way. The lone setback is Fortone. He gets it going right edge, gets outside the outside linebacker and drags a tackler to the 10-yard line. Good work. It was Malik Gordon who tried to bring him down, but not until he had 9 yards. It's 2nd down and 1.
Again, working that right side perimeter of the offensive line, and I tell you, there's a really good outside block by Chandler Cole, the tight end, who came down on the outside linebacker, Tony. Really paved the way that time for Eggleston.
It is Noah Flores, listed as a cornerback. He's a junior. He's in there at wide receiver again. The Rangers have had several, Eggleston being the biggest receiver during the season, but he's running back more often than not. Here's Eggleston up the middle, goes off left tackle, bounces it out, leaps into the end zone, and there's a touchdown for Greg Eggleston. Through the ground, his 8th of the year, and that'll get him somewhere near 900 yards on the season rushing as the Rangers score on their 6th play of the drive.
Nice trap play this time with Eggleston going right up the B gap. Nice blocking up here by the left-hand side of the interior offensive line, and Eggleston hurdles the safety into the end zone. Looked almost like an ESPN play, you know?
Almost.
One of those highlight plays.
Almost. Rodriguez in for the extra point. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick also good. Tell you again, that's Chandler Cole on the snap, Gombert on the hold, and Rodriguez on the kick. It's 7-0. Rangers take an early lead here in San Marcos. There is 7:30 to go on your first quarter clock. We're back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
The Rangers take the early lead on their first possession of the game. 6 plays, 44 yards, 2 minutes, 50 seconds on the drive. And the Rangers lead at 7-0. Rodriguez will kick it off again. And again, it heads towards Alonso on the Hens on the far sideline. Breaks through one seam. Now has some room. He's going to get near midfield as he gets out to the 46-yard line before Bowman and some others bring him down. I think also in on the tackle was Rodriguez. So near midfield, the Rattlers will get better field position than they had before. This one out at the 45.
That's a great looking job for the kickoff return team for the Rattlers. And again, Tony, I think you hit the nail on the head. Getting your offense a shorter field to work with. Anytime you can start at midfield or around midfield, that's a great positive start for the offensive series.
Rattlers have a tight end right, a receiver right, and two receivers to the left. Motion now comes to the near sideline. Garcia wants to throw, has a man out in the flat. There's a catch and a quick tackle by Mason Livingston. The pass intended for Takai Magid, and Magid makes his 41st reception of the season. Good for about 4 yards. It's 2nd down and 6.
In that typical formation, that inside receiver where Magid was lined up, when the safety's giving him 10 yards cushion, he's going to do a quick out. It's going to be open all night.
Rattlers again. Garcia takes the snap, fakes it to Canales, then has a receiver on a slant, and he's got the ball going the distance. That's the tight end, Max Dixon. Matt Dixon with his 14th reception of the year, and I think it's his 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Rattlers are an extra point away from tying this one up.
We got a flag back at the line of scrimmage, though, Tony. Hang on.
There is a flag. You're right, back at midfield. And there's an injured Rattler as well. Looks like one of their offensive linemen.
It is a touchdown, so it must be against the Rangers.
They called it unsportsmanlike against San Marcos. Is it after the play, I'd guess?
It must be after the play.
One of their offensive linemen managed himself off the field. But the Rattlers, who are again an extra point away from tying this one on the long touchdown pass that covered, 51 yards.
51 yards. Well, Henry was basically, I believe, when I was looking at the one-on-one, Henry was with Jalen Nutt. Nutt was getting caught and looking in the backfield for that RPO style, and his eyes were in the backfield while Henry just went right by him on a quick slant. Turned out to be 6 points.
Snap is high. The kick is up, and it's good. Well, yes, finally they put their arms up. The kick is good, and we're tied at 7-all. 2-play drive, including a 51-yard touchdown pass to Nathan Henry, the sophomore wide receiver, and it's 7-7 right here on the Ranger Network.
Mom Needs a Break Cleaning is the professional service you can trust. Thorough, careful, and affordable. We take care of all your home cleaning needs so Mom can take care of the important things in life. Isn't it time you came home to a spotless house without the hours of back-breaking work? Call Mom Needs a Break Cleaning for an over-the-phone estimate and to set your personalized cleaning schedule with us today.
Control. Your ability to choose. Control gives you power to fulfill your needs and wants as you see fit. GVTC understands and delivers control for their customers every day. I'm Trey Bellew-Witcher, and GVTC gives me control.
And just like that, at the snap of a finger, the Rattlers have tied this one up at 7-all. A touchdown pass from Alex Garcia, his 11th of the season, to Nathan Henry, his 1st of the season. The unsportsmanlike penalty against the Rattlers will back them up here on the kickoff. They'll kick off from their own 25 instead of the 40, so a 15-yard penalty. Don't know what the flag was at center field, so don't know what unsportsmanlike happened. They had a player down on the field. Don't know if maybe he was saying something, maybe yelled at the official or something. We don't know because Brock Pittman, the referee, can't talk to us. So, in any event, they'll kick it off. The end-over-end kick is not real deep. Be fielded by Nutt. He slips and falls, but stays on his feet. Gets by the first line of tacklers. Now has the sideline. One man bumps him out, and finally that's where he goes down inside the 40-yard line. So the Rangers again inside San Marcos territory, this time at the 39.
Well, it looks like Jalen Nutt kind of took that kickoff, Tony, and wanted to do something about it because it was his man that he got burned on the play before for the touchdown. So Jalen Nutt did a nice job returning the kickoff. They're in great field position out to 39.
Nutt, our best kickoff returner at over 26 a kick. So 2 running backs, 1 to either side of Gombert. Gombert will roll it out. He's going long. He has a man long. And it's completed for a touchdown as the Rattlers answer in a hurry. That is Cooper Douglas, the junior wide receiver, his 9th catch of the year and his 4th touchdown of the year. The hunter and fisherman who has a brother on the JV team, Cooper Douglas, with the touchdown after just 1 play. So we've now had a 2-play drive and a 1-play drive as this is quick strike action.
Well, you do want to do that on first down because you have great field position after a great kickoff return by Jalen Nutt, and you go deep. You go for the pay dirt, and that's exactly what Luke Gombert did. Found his receiver behind the safety. Good for 7 points again.
Rodriguez' kick is up and good, and the Rangers have taken a 14-7 lead. We'll keep this one here with 6:31 to go in the first quarter. A little concerning that they scored so easily after you stopped them pretty good on their first drive. You'll have to really expect the defense to come out here and make a statement on this next drive.
Absolutely. And basically, when they scored, it's still now anybody's ball game. And it still is anybody's ball game because now we saw the passing potential of Garcia and the Rattlers' offensive scheme. So now the Ranger defense needs to come out, go 3 and out, get the ball back in their offense and maybe flip the field on them, give them another opportunity to score, get this ball game now on the Ranger side.
So Joaquin Rodriguez will be busy again tonight, kicking off his 3rd kickoff of the evening. Again, 6:31 to go in the first quarter, 14-7, Smithson Valley on top.
We got some points in barely in the first quarter.
Yeah,
some points on the board.
We played, 5.5 minutes, and we've got 21 points on the board, 14-7. Rodriguez. Again, kicking south to north tonight here in the first quarter. This end-over-end kick will be fielded by Alonzo. About the 6, gets bumped at the 18, then gets outside, had the sideline, but chopped down on, again, a good job by, that's Bowman, Blake Bowman, who's been in on all 3 special teams tackles tonight. And the Rattlers start 1st and 10, this time on their own 30.
Alonzo has pretty good potential on the kickoff return. He saw that there was going to be a wall on the left side of the return. Picked up a couple good blocks, but again, they're starting pretty good, decent field position at their own 30.
And just so you know, this is the first time all year Alonzo has returned a kick, so.
Doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, maybe not the first time. In any event, it's Garcia with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Takes the shotgun snap. Has some pressure. Wants to go long. Has a man long. A defender is there too, and I think Jalen Nutt just picked it off. He did. Jalen Nutt on coverage, along with, was it Bowman also? In any event, the Rangers on the first play of this drive have picked it off. Jalen Nutt with another interception, actually his first interception of the season.
Well, you know what? Jalen probably said enough of this stuff. You're going to come back and throw the football on me this time? Well, it's not going to happen. He did a nice job. He had over-the-top help from the safety. But Jalen Nutt was able to recuperate, make the interception. And I tell you what kind of helped the timing of that, disrupt that play was by Connor Hambrook coming off the edge, number 9 from his outside linebacker position, hit Garcia right as he was throwing the football.
So Smithson Valley starts on their own 39. Gombert wants to throw. Has a man in the flat, and he'll give it to him. It's Eggleston. Has one man to beat. Spins away from him, and then help comes. He'll end up getting about a yard to the 40, but the Rattlers will get after him there and not allow very much. One of those there was the outside linebacker who's one of their leading tacklers, which is Moses Alva. 52 tackles on the season.
Did a pretty good job out there from his outside linebacker position because Eggleston is a play mecca. You get the football in his hands, it's hard to bring him down, but Alva did a pretty good job that time, one-on-one.
Eggleston in the backfield, 2 receivers either way, both in tight formation, both sides. Comes in motion, and that is, well, that's that defensive back who's playing wide receiver tonight. It is Noah Flores, who gets out near midfield and gets first down yardage as he made a nice smooth move a nice spin move at the end to feet to what was the nose tackle, Jonathan Hernandez, who was all the way out there, but a good pass and catch there. Or a good a wide receiver reverse.
Yeah. Well, when you're an athlete, Coach Hill and, of course, offensive coordinator Jeff Shin wants to get those players on the football field, get the ball in their hands as well. That's why Flores is out there.
Eggleston takes the handoff, going right. He's got room on the wide side. Gets another block from Fortone. Now leaps over a defender and up to the 30-yard line before he goes to the ground. Great job by Greg Eggleston as we, for the third week in a row, have found the right side wide is working for us. And again, Fortone, the lead blocker out there on the corner, as good blocking that side by the Rangers against the Rattlers for another first down.
Yeah, pulling right tackle Donnie Bell was out there in front along with Fortone. So Eggleston had two blockers in front of him, and we knew he was going to make some yards on that play.
San Marcos runs out a defensive tackle who comes out late, and the Rangers will snap it, give it to Fortone up the middle, has a seam, gets 5, 6, maybe 6 yards to the 24 before he's brought down. Now one of our offensive linemen tangled with one of their defensive linemen. But they break it up, and it's a 6-yard gain. It's 2nd and 4.
Right now you see the Rangers in a little bit of an offensive rhythm. Go wide, go fast, maybe play action pass, and go right up the middle. You're just mixing up the play calls. It puts the defense in a bind.
Right now we've passed the ball more than we've run the ball on plays, but we've got good yardage running the ball. Here's a handoff. Eggleston comes left, cuts inside. Up the middle he goes. There's first down yardage inside the 20 to the 15 before he's chopped down and brought down there for another first down for the Rangers. That tackle made by strong safety Cannon Webb, who basically leaves them second or third on the tackles with 65, and you don't want your safeties leading you in tackles.
No, you don't. If your strong safety's making the tackles, you're in a bind. I'll tell you what, give credit to the offensive line so far, particularly Taylor Brooks, who came out on that last play and cut off the backside linebacker that gave enough for the first down.
Fortone, the lone setback, 3 receivers right, a tight end to the left. Gombert calls for it, gives it to Fortone, going right, tries to bounce outside and gets dragged down by the outside linebacker Alva. So that's a loss of 1, the first play that lost yardage today. It's 2nd down and 11.
Going wide around that right side of the formation again, but Alva did a nice job coming up from his outside linebacker position. Again, one-on-one tackle with Fortone, and Fortone is the kind of kid who makes yards after the first contact. That time Alva did a nice job of bringing him down.
Fortone on the season, 725 yards coming in, almost 5 yards a carry. He has 9 touchdowns so far this season. Right now, the Rangers find themselves 2nd and 11 from the 16. Red zone woos gave us trouble last week. Here's a pass to the end zone. It is caught. That's Chandler Cole. The tight end went up and grabbed it between 2 defenders and gets his 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Rangers have gone up 20-0 with the extra point to come, 20-7.
That play was started by good offensive line by giving Luke Gomber a nice pocket so he can step in and make a nice throw that time to Chandler Cole, going across the back of the end zone for a touchdown. And Cole had to go up high, but he has sure hands, and he came down with a touchdown.
Rodriguez in for the kick. Cole will be the snapper. After scoring the touchdown, he gets a good snap. The hold good by Gombert, and the kick good by Rodriguez. It's 21-7. All of a sudden, the Rangers have started to take some momentum and put it on the board. 21-7, 3:11 to go in the first. Timeout on the field on the Ranger Network.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is teaming up with the Smithson Valley Rangers. When you stop to gas up, look for the Ranger Spirit Pump. A portion of sales from this pump will be donated directly to the SV Athletic Booster Club to help out our Rangers. So choose the one that's Ranger Blue and fill up. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Guaranteeing things get done while saving you time. Speed is a necessity. GVTC understands and delivers the fastest speeds around for customers every day. I'm Greg Eggleston, and GVTC handles my speed.
And we're back in San Marcos, where the Rangers have taken a 21-7 lead. 3:11 to go in the first. Already 28 points here in the first 9 minutes of the game. Rodriguez to kick it off. This is a squibber. fielded on the ground.
Not sure who that was, T.
I thought it was 82. The announcer gave it somebody else. In any event, I'm not real sure who it was.
Yeah,
anyway, the ball's down on the 35 for the Rattlers. Rattlers have started the 25, the 45, the 30, now the 35. 5-yard increments all night long. Garcia takes the snap, pitches it. Canales comes right, gets bumped, breaks a tackle, then rolls through another. And Canales gets about 5 yards up to the 40.
Well, you had to
looked like Malachi Lane in on the tackle.
Right.
Finally.
You actually had a kind of a whole host of Rangers coming up quickly on that quick pitch. Did get 5 yards out of it, but good gang tackling.
They want to throw it. Garcia out to the edge, and it's dropped. Good defense on that time by Blake Bowman, and now a penalty has come in. The intended receiver was Magid again.
A defensive holding looks like, T. He might have been holding him before the pass got there. It might be the call. I thought it was pretty clean. Bowman coming in and knocking the ball down out of the hands.
They're going to call pass interference. So that's what Jeff saw. So it'll be a first down by penalty, as the incomplete pass is not what stands. Pass interference.
You know, Bowman had pretty good position inside out, but might have just got his arms wrapped around the receiver just before the ball was able to get there. From our perspective, it looked very clean. Real clean.
Isn't that an automatic first down?
He's moving to change.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was saying they got third down over there and ball up to the 42-yard line, so a minimal gain actually, about a 2-yard gain.
Automatic first down though.
But yes, automatic first down. So at the 42, it's 1st and 10 for the Rattlers, who send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. A setback beside Garcia. Garcia keeps it on the RPO and gets brought down in a hurry. Good tackle on that time by Trey Witcher, whose name we haven't called a whole lot lately. He does have 29 tackles, his 30th tackle on the season with 8 for loss and a sack, but that a good stop for only a yard, actually no gain by the quarterback Garcia.
Yeah, Richard's going against Zach Perez, 6 foot 230-pound left guard, and that time Richard got the best of him by getting around the block and getting separation, making a tackle.
Little motion out to the left. Garcia wants to throw, gets brought down in the backfield. There's a sack, the fumble. It's on the ground. I think that Garcia got back on top of it. We'll have to see, and that looks to be the call. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Rattlers.
Connor Hambrook came strong off the edge that time and really beat the block. Was able to hit Garcia in the back and strip. Great play that time by the outside linebacker.
So it's a loss of 6 back to the 36. So on this drive, they've had a 5-yard gain, a 2-yard penalty for a first down, no gain, and then a sack, a loss of 6. It's 3rd and about 16. Garcia has 2 receivers either way. Drops straight back, has some pressure. He gets sacked again and brought down. That is Trey Witcher, who's in there again, has decided he's not going to be stopped tonight, and the Rattlers will have to punt.
Well, I'll tell you what, that pocket closed down really quick on Garcia because Trey Witcher was just beating his man one-on-one up the middle, put the pressure on, grabbed Garcia's jersey and brought him down. Almost I thought he's going to strip the ball away from him as well, but Garcia was able to hang on to it.
Looked like when he got there early, he might have been able to knock it out of his hands, but he circled around and brought him down as Garcia tried to step up in the pocket. The ball is snapped back, and that almost was blocked. It might have been partially deflected. Livingston comes up to make a catch and gets run off by a couple of San Marcos players, so the ball hits the ground and dies, it looks like, at the 43, and that's where the Rangers will start 1st and 10 on the, well, we'll call that about an 18-yard punt.
Well, I think either Hambrook or Bowman was in there in the back, and I think you're right, Tony. I think they got a little piece of the piece of the ball that time.
I thought they were there. They were there in time. They just were offline because you don't want to run into the kicker if you don't get it. But
and the football came out almost like a knuckleball.
Yeah.
No rotation at all.
So from the 43, it's 1st and 10 for the Rangers. 2 receivers right, now a tight end and a slot to the left. The fake to Fortone, the pass out to the edge. It's Eggleston on a wide receiver screen. He gets around the initial couple of defenders and gets chased out of bounds. Looks like he might have first down yardage as he's into San Marcos territory at the 46.
Freeland was out there trying to do a block on the cornerback. Did a pretty good job, too. The rest of it was Eggleston was able to get around it for, looks like a first down.
Yeah. Looks like an 11-yard gain to the 46, and that's first down yardage for the Rangers. Now a receiver wide left, 2 tight on the right. Now motion. They fake it to Eggleston, give it to Fortone going back toward the motion. This time the Rattlers are all over it, and there's no gain as he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like offensive coordinator Jeff Shin likes running off that right side of the offensive line, and rightly so, but that time the Rattlers kind of snuffed that out and for no gain.
Not a lot of size on the defensive line, which means they're probably rather quick. Ryan Wilder is their middle linebacker who has 69 tackles on the season. Haven't called his name much tonight, though. One setback. They'll fake it to, well, actually, they give it to Fortone and Eggleston on a wide receiver sweep. And he'll get first down yardage on the Rangers sideline. Eggleston again got a big head of steam. There was a blocker and a defender that he had to run around near midfield, but he got around them and chased the ball up to the 31 where it's first down yardage.
Well, interesting to note the blocker out there was actually Luke Gombert. Did a pretty good job by getting in the way of the defender, and all Eggleston needs is a little bit of a crease, and he can take it to pay dirt.
The 15-yard run will take us to the end of the first quarter. The Rangers lead at 21-7. Timeout on the field. We're back on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut. Mom Needs a Break Cleaning is the professional service you can trust. Thorough, careful, and affordable. We take care of all your home cleaning needs so Mom can take care of the important things in life. Isn't it time you came home to a spotless house without the hours of back-breaking work? Call Mom Needs a Break Cleaning for an over-the-phone estimate and to set your personalized cleaning schedule with us today.
We're back in San Marcos where the Rangers have jumped out to a 21-7 lead. The Rangers scored on their initial possession, and then the Rattlers answered. Since then, the Rangers have scored twice more after an interception and a punt by San Marcos. Rattlers have the ball now moving north to south. They're at the 31 where it'll be 1st and 10 after the run by Greg Eggleston of 15 yards.
Well, so far the first quarter, I guess if you're Coach Larry Hill and the Ranger Nation, you're probably feeling pretty good knowing that you can almost do what you want to do offensively. Everything seems to be working fairly well, running the football, throwing the football, play-action pass seems to be really opening it up for the receivers, and defense seems to be doing pretty good. So what you would expect after a tough loss last week against Steele, you kind of come in here, you got to get the emotion up, get ready to play some more football, and so far the Rangers are doing it.
Yeah, don't ever let up. Just keep going hard until they sub you out. Both tight ends are on the right side. We've got 2 receivers that are wide to the left. Fortone, the setback next to Gombert, as we're ready to start the second quarter. Motion from Eggleston. They'll give it to Fortone up the middle, and he'll get tackled by one of the tackles after a short gain up to the 30, so we'll call it a gain of a yard. Ryan Wilder, the middle linebacker, made his first tackle of the game, a gain of 1.
Well, he did a nice job stepping up. I mean, if it wasn't for him making the tackle, I think Eggleston might have been going to the end zone. So
Fortone.
Fortone, excuse me. So that was a good strong tackle up in the hole for only a 2-yard loss. 2-yard gain.
2nd and 9. The Rangers send one receiver to the right, 2 tight to the left. Again, Fortone the setback. They fake it to him. They'll throw. Inside route, that's Douglas. Cooper Douglas with the catch and wrestles with his wide receiver, with his cornerback, clear inside the 15-yard line. Good pass by Luke Gombert, right on target, hit him on the numbers. Douglas made a catch and hung on as he was hit immediately.
And I tell you what, Douglas just turned his head just in nick of time to catch that pass. Luke got rid of it right on cue, too.
Penalty flag.
It's against the Rattlers.
Against the Rattlers. They hit the quarterback, or what did they do?
I think they did.
So anyway, it takes it clear from what was about the 15, half the distance to the goal at the 6. So it's now 1st and goal. The pass play went 16 yards plus 15, plus what is that? 8 on the penalty. Here's Eggleston going wide left, gets bumped, and he's going to run out of real estate. So the Rattlers force the Rangers into their 2nd or 3rd loss of yardage play of the night, this time back to the 10. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 10 now on the run by Eggleston.
Well, I thought that was going to go into the end zone. Eggleston had some blockers out in front of him going wide left. Give credit to the number 56, Aiden Klein, the defensive end from the Rattlers. Did a nice job of pushing the Eggleston out because he got great penetration on the play, disrupting it.
Everyone's tight, 2 receivers and a tight end to the right, 1 receiver left. They fake it to Fortone. Gobbert wants to get rid of it. He gets rid of it early. He's completed pass. It looks like that's Howell out on the right side. Austin Howell makes his 9th catch of the year up to the 4-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4.
Well, unfortunately, pressure on Luke Gombert that time disrupted the rhythm of that play. Gombert did a nice job, though, of finding Howell out in the flat, getting a pass out to him so he didn't take a loss.
Yeah, really a heads-up play by Luke that time, who continues to evolve, and this is senior year, into learning the game more and more. And again, a loss there takes you almost into danger of field goal territory, and made a completed pass because Howell was open. So 3 receivers out to the right this time, 2 backs in the backfield. Motion. Now Eggleston wants to go right, has some space, has a path to the corner, and I think he got in. He did. Greg Eggleston with a touchdown. For him, his 9th touchdown rushing of the season.
Again, Coach Hill calling the number, running to the right side of the formation, the right side of the O-line too, because that's where they do a good job. And that time Eggleston took it around on a little bit of looked like a little counter sweep, went all the way in the end zone. In fact, I think he slid into the end zone just to make sure.
He did. Not real sure. Most guys dive. He ended up sliding. I don't know if he lost his footing or what, but Rodriguez is on for the extra point. 10:08 to go. 2nd quarter action. The Rangers, with the extra point by Rodriguez up and good, lead at 28-7. 4 scores on 4 possessions. Rangers lead at 28-7 on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut.
Guaranteeing things get done while saving you time. Speed is a necessity. GVTC understands and delivers the fastest speeds around for customers every day. I'm Greg Eggleston, and GVTC handles my speed.
It is slowly becoming the Joaquin Rodriguez show as he'll kick off again. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kickoffs now, and we're still, 10 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter.
I think Coach Hill would like to have a Joaquin game, honestly.
After squibbing the last one, this one end over end will be fielded by an up back near the 20. Gets bumped and gets tackled there. Initial hit on the play made by Garrett Brooks, along with some help. So from the 25, the Rattlers will start.
Garrett Brooks, the brother of Taylor Brooks, the offensive starting center.
So we've gone full circle now. As I told you, they started at the 25 on their first possession. And this obviously won't be their last possession, but they're back to the 25 after visiting the 45, the 30, and the 35. So you could say they start on the 5s. 3 receivers left. Here's a wide receiver screen. Catch is made, a tackle is broken, and then actually the receiver, and I think that's Magid again.
It is.
Kind of ran into his own man who was blocking on Nutt, and ran right up his back and ended up falling down after the gain, which was first down yardage out near the 35.
Well, he broke the arm tackle of Cody Horn, the outside linebacker, and Magid had enough to get up to first down.
3 receivers right. RPO, Garcia keeps it, bounces outside, and then gets actually smacked by Malachi Lane, the outside linebacker. Puts him down after a short gain, but he took a hard hit, a gain of 4 up to the 39-yard line.
That was a second play from the game, started the game where the RPO and Garcia took it. It really caught the Ranger defense off guard. Now I think they've made some adjustments, and they're not letting Garcia make anything when he pulls the ball out.
Garcia, straight drop, short drop, wants to throw, man in the middle. Magid catches it, first down yardage, almost to midfield.
Again, good job that time by Garcia. He had time to wait for Magid to get open, and Magid just did a little hook between the linebackers and threw it right by Zoig for first down.
Despite being down 28-7, Garcia still looks like he has a lot of confidence out there.
Yeah, he does.
Really slinging it. Short drop out to Magid on the edge. This time the defense is there. Jalen Nutt went through his tackle, or went through his block by Henry, and made the stop on the edge. A short gain of about a yard on the pass play.
Looks like the Rattlers are showing the same offensive formation a lot now. That trips on one side. They're going with 10 personnel. They're staying with 10 personnel.
Change it up this time with only 2 to the right and 1 to the left. A tight end in motion toward the right. Garcia takes it. Ball fakes to the left, now throws long to the right. Has a man there, and a catch is made. That is, someone we haven't seen in a while.
That's Cannon Webb.
Okay, so Webb makes the catch.
A little play action again, and Garcia had plenty of time to wait for Webb to break open on an out route, enough behind the sticks. So it's a good passing catch that time.
Okay, 5 receivers out now. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Garcia, an empty backfield. Takes the snap, short drop, throws it out to the edge, has a completed pass for a minimal gain. Well, not too bad of a gain, about 5 yards up to the 30. On first down, a 7-yard pass play, as they're really speeding it up now.
Yeah, up-tempo. No huddling, up-tempo. Again, Garcia seen where the one-on-one mismatch may be. That last play is a mismatch upon Michael Lane, the linebacker.
That was Canales, the running back out there, who made the catch. So it's 2nd down and 3. Garcia wants to throw, has some pressure, gives it up over the middle, an incomplete pass.
Intended for Webb.
Cannon Webb, defensive back, was the intended receiver again, this time unable to get to it. Coverage by Betsy on the play.
Garcia had time. He did the RPO fake, was looking downfield for Webb to break between the 2 safeties. Garcia was just a little off on the pass.
So 3 receivers will stay left. Canales will stay in the backfield with Garcia, and Webb will go out to the right side. Garcia throwing again, looking left, has the inside receiver who rolls and catches it. That's Magid. Again, short passes now. This one only about 7 yards. Is good for a first down.
Yeah, same play they went up for. That same play that got them a first down the last time. Went right back with Magid in that slot position. Quick curl.
They've gone 51 yards on this drive. 1st and 10 from the Smithson Valley 24. Garcia with 2 receivers either way, fakes the handoff, throws it to Magid on the edge, who breaks 1 tackle, then drops the ball, I think. He ends up getting back to it. Coverage by Jalen Nutt. Also Zoig in there to help. A gain of 5 makes it 2nd down and 5.
It looks like the Rattlers have established some sort of rhythm now on offense in the second quarter. Marching down the field, throwing the football mainly to Magid and putting him in that one-on-one situation.
Really, they're spreading the field as much as they can, trying to put some pressure on the defense. And Smithson Valley just having a hard time staying with 4 and 5 receivers on these short passes. Now 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left. They fake the handoff, then throw it to the edge, and I think it's intercepted.
It is.
It's Cullen Betsy with another interception this season. He will run it out and get stopped about the 5. Unbelievable. Cullen Betsy with his 4th interception of the season as they stop the Rattler drive near the goal line.
That was
There's a flag on the play as well.
I'll tell you, that was a great play by Betsy, breaking in front of the slant route and just jumped on the route, knowing that Garcia was looking him down the whole time. Betsy was able to break down on the ball, break in front of the receiver, make the interception. Great play, great turnaround of events here because the Rattlers were moving the football. This is a great play.
They're going to call defensive holding.
After the interception.
Okay, so it's holding on after the interception?
Yeah, because it looks like it's Rangers' ball, and they're going to put the ball back halfway to the goal line.
He looks like he wants to walk to positive yardage, though. Now he turns around. Okay.
Right there.
So instead of at the 4, they'll start at the 2. But the interception stands for Smithson Valley. 6:28 to go in second quarter. Rangers up 28-7. Now the offensive unit needs to get a couple of first downs. Out of the shotgun, Gombert will have a receiver either side. 3 receivers broke to the left. Play clock at 15. Gombert takes the snap. Gives it to Eggleston, who will go nowhere. Defense waiting for the run that time. He gets back up to the line of scrimmage. Gonzalez, A.J. Gonzalez in on the tackle after no gain.
Well, typically when your back's against the wall right here, you're going to run the football, and that's what the Rangers did. I'll tell you, good job that time by A.J. Gonzalez, outside linebacker, just basically blitzing through the gap, making a play. A.J. Gonzalez coming from the backside, that is, to make the tackle.
So 2 receivers to the left, a tight end and a slot to the left. Gombert rolls to the left, has a little bit of pressure, now throws against the grain, and it's incomplete, intended for Cole. Good looking try, but Gombert had lots of pressure chasing him, and he kind of threw it without getting his shoulders all the way around. It's now 3rd down and long.
Yeah, he had a lot of pressure that time by Ogunbase, the cornerback, coming off the edge. And again, Gombert was rolling out to his left. It's hard as a right-handed passer to come back across your body. And when you have pressure that time by the cornerback, he really couldn't get a good pass off to Cole that time.
He likes to roll to his left and plant and throw. That time he didn't have the chance.
No, he didn't.
2 receivers to the left. They'll fake it to Fortone's got a man across the middle. I think that's one of the big guys who then drags the defenders all the way up the field.
That's Cole. Right? No?
No, it's 82. That is Maverick Freeland, who hadn't caught a ball in a while. His 9th reception of the season. Maverick Freeland, a bigger wide receiver at 6'4" and 180. That time gave Gombert a perfect target, and Gombert threw it right on the numbers. And Freeland took the ball up the field all the way to the 26, so they're out of dangerous territory there. A 24-yard pass play. Good, obviously, for a first down. Tight formation now. Eggleston gets it going left. Cuts off tackle. Now he's in the loose. He's got one man to beat, and I don't think he'll catch him. Greg Eggleston will go the distance on a 74-yard touchdown run. His 3rd of the night and his 10th of the season.
That's a great-looking play. Again, Eggleston going off to the edge. Great outside block that time by Nathan Matsugumba. a junior left guard, 6'3", 280. I saw him make a great block that really sprung Eggleston around the corner. Good job. Good execution that time by the offense.
Here comes the man of the day, Joaquin Rodriguez, for the extra point. It's 34-7, the extra point to come. 5:07 to go, second quarter. Kick is up and it's good. It is 35-7. The Rangers lead the Rattlers. Will keep it here as the extra point puts the icing on the cake of the 74-yard touch. So this drive started on the 2-yard line, folks. It's a 98-yard drive, a 4-play 98-yard drive capped by a 74-yard touchdown run by Greg Eggleston.
You know what the backbreaker for? If you're a Rattler, San Marcos Rattler fan, the backbreaker on that last drive was that first down pass to Freeland that then gave the freedom for the offense to do something else besides just try to get out of your back of your end zone. You give it to Eggleston around the end, and he does the rest.
And it's kind of funny. It's the second time we've seen it tonight where he's going off tackle, so instead of going wide, he cuts up in before you get to the receiver lane, and then he just busted it outside because no one was going to catch him once he got through that first line.
You got a guard pulling and kicking out while you have an outside, either the tight end or the receiver cracking down on the safety inside, so there's a lane. And that's what he's waiting to see those blocks develop. Then he plants his foot and cuts up field, and it's wide open. Good execution that time by the offense.
Greg Eggleston might have gone over 1,000 yards with that run. I'm not real sure. We're not keeping individual stats of his or anyone else's for that matter. But we know he's got a 6-yard touchdown and a 74-yard touchdown, and earlier, what was it, a 10-yard touchdown.
And Tony, correct me, he's not really a wide receiver or running back. He plays everything out there.
Rodriguez's end-over-end kick will bubble by Alonso. Then he picks it up. Then he's got some room. Gets bumped and shoved out of bounds. And I told you at the beginning of the game it might have been the first time he'd returned a kickoff. He hasn't. He had returned almost, let me tell you exactly, he had 5 of them for almost a 20-yard average coming into tonight. And he's had some good returns tonight.
Yeah.
Andres Alonso, senior, defensive back, 5'11", 160. Has the Rattlers out to the 25-yard line for the third time tonight.
Young man runs hard, too. For a small in body, he runs extremely tough.
All right, Garcia sends 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. A tight end on the right side. The lone setback is Canales. They'll give it to him straight up the middle. Got some blocks that time. Gets into the second level. America Sanders helped bring him down with some, I think it was Lane also down there. So the gain is a good one, almost 8 yards to the 33. It's second down and 2.
Well, that's what you don't want, is that running back like Canales to get to the second level where your safeties are having to make the tackle. There was a gaping hole right up the middle that time, so give credit to the Rattler offensive line.
Defensive unit's been challenged a bunch here in the second quarter. 3 receivers right. Webb wants to run. It's a screen to the right. Wide receiver screen. Breaks an early slip, then gets popped.
Well, pretty good. Again, spreading the field out, running that wide receiver screen. He had a couple offensive lineman blockers out in front of the 2. Made enough for a first down. Good looking play.
A couple backups out there for the Ranger defense now. 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's another pass out to Magid. There's a flag on the play.
I don't know if Henry was trying to block before the pass or something like that.
Came from the side judge on the near sideline. Illegal receiver down. Illegal lineman. Somebody downfield illegally. So the 4-yard pass completion will be nullified by the penalty, which will be 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, I believe.
You know, that surprises me because Garcia got rid of the football so quick. How does a lineman get downfield when you're allowed 3 yards? Just thought I'd ask.
Yeah. I don't know. On a short pass play, what are you doing down that far anyway? 1st and 15 From the 35, Garcia over the top, looking for Magid, who catches it on the near sideline. Breaks a tackle, but he stepped out of bounds. Got through the tackle of Mason Livingston, runs out of bounds at the 30. A good-looking pass play.
Yeah, it was.
That covered 35 yards.
Magid doing a double move that time and in and out. Garcia, really nice pass. He had time to set his feet. Went over the backside shoulder. That time was just a good passing catch. Good-looking play that time by the Rattlers.
So 1st and 10 in Smithson Valley territory at the 30-yard line. 3:37 to go. Second quarter action. The Rangers up 35-7, but the Rattlers threatening again. They got all the way on a pass play inside the 5-yard line as Mark Soto wants a timeout. But they had driven all the way inside deep into Ranger territory, and the interception was right around the goal line on the last drive.
Well, they want to make sure they can put some points on the board before the end of the first half, and another good-looking drive by the Rattlers. And you know what? They're putting some pressure on the corners for the Rangers, and that's one of the hardest positions you can play on defense is a defensive corner. And Jalen Nutt does a good job. All the Smithson Valley cornerbacks do a good job. Betsy, Naples, and Flores, they do a pretty good job. But I mean, you're out there on an island, and you're responsible for not only coverage but also come up strong on the edge for a run support. It's a tough position, and right now tonight, Rattlers did a good job of challenging those Smithson Valley cornerbacks.
So the huddle was with the linemen and the linebackers, and then the defensive backs were in a separate huddle there as they talk about what they're going to do with this Rattler offense. They're up 35-7 are the Rangers, but again, the Rattlers are driving and with some success. It's always nice to have a 35-yard pass play in your pocket. Two receivers go to the right. One is broke to the left. Tight end behind the tackle on the left. The setback is Maples. They'll give it to him. He's caught in the backfield. That is a good-looking play.
The 27?
No, that's Garrett Brooks. Pardon me. His number kind of tucked up inside his jersey when he went down, and Garrett Brooks in there for a tackle for loss, his 3rd of the season. And the loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12.
RPO, Garcia handed it off to Canales, but Brooks did a nice job of reading it, coming up on the dive back. And 2-yard loss. Great job that time by Brooks on the defensive end.
Garcia sends 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Takes the snap, straight look, out to the right, and threads it between 2 defenders. It'll be incomplete. America Sanders out there on part of the coverage, along with Jacob Perez, as the Rangers had bracketed the receiver there.
Yeah.
And he was unable to catch it. I think it was Nathan Henry.
Well, it would have been, yeah. And Garcia put the money right where it needed to be, the ball right in his hands. It just wasn't able to be able to bring it down. But it was a tight squeeze between the 2 linebackers.
3rd and long. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Garcia takes the snap. Looks to his right, has some pressure, lets it go, and over the top of the intended receiver, which was Cannon Webb. So both teams tonight playing a defensive back who's played all season at defensive back at receiver tonight. Webb, likewise, for the Rangers, Noah Flores, who played wide receiver, we think, for the first time tonight.
Yeah.
Webb has been a defensive back who has, well, he has a lot of tackles. Let me look it up again. 65 tackles on the season, an interception, and 3 pass breakups.
He's made a couple passes here tonight, catches, you know.
And he's been playing wide receiver most of this first half. He's the lone receiver to the right side, a tight end on that end, 2 receivers to the left. Garcia takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to the left, has a man across. Well, he had a man across the middle, and then another one that went wide. That was intended for Magid. Tried to throw over the top, and that's 4th down.
Yeah. Jalen Nutt had that figured out from the get-go. Magid had nowhere to go on the double move. Jalen Nutt had it covered and almost came up with a one-handed interception.
That was actually 4th down, pardon me. It was 4th down and long, and incomplete makes it a Ranger turnover. They get it over on downs, 2:43 left in the first half. At halftime, we'll talk about Jeff Gandy a little bit. My partner tonight was honored by Churchill High School a couple of weekends ago. We've got some video, and we'll talk about it a little bit at halftime. We'll also probably let you listen to the Ranger marching band a little bit, and might even have some senior moments. Here's Fortone. Gets a block from Howell, then gets popped. Gets a gain of 2 up to the 34. It's 2nd down and 8.
Well, just a little bit over 2 minutes left in the first half. The Ranger offense probably just wants to eat up the clock, get a couple first downs, and go into halftime. They look pretty darn good this first half, though.
I'm sure they'd like to break another one if they could.
You think?
2 receivers out to the right. Eggleston's in the slot. Douglas is wide. Fortone in the backfield. Howell on a nice block on the inside handoff. Fortone up the middle. Got some good block and bounces it out. Gets across midfield into Rattler territory before he's brought down on the play on a nice looking tackle by one of the defensive backs. That's a cornerback, Cutis Unibes. And that's a first down for the Rangers at the Rattler 47.
Fortone got a nice block by his buddy right there to fullback Austin Howell on the perimeter and really opened it up for him. And that was just good execution. I think the Rattlers got caught off guard with that quick trap.
19-yard run for Fortone. Couple of slots. They fake it to Fortone. Gombert wants to go long. Has a man. It's Eggleston, and good defensive play as the Rattlers break it up. Agunabasi with another nice play after a tackle the play before. Got a pass breakup there. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Rangers at the 47.
Well, no, every time you play the Smithson Valley Rangers here this year, you know you have to keep an eye on Greg Eggleston. You know, he's going to get his touches up with the football during the course of the game. And so when he's split out wide, you need to make sure he's covered. That time, the defensive cornerback did a nice job just staying on his back and breaking up the football right at the right time.
Both tight ends go out. We got 2 backs in the backfield, and one of them's not Eggleston. This is the backup running back. That's Gabe Hoskins. He'll get a short gain, about 2 yards to the 45. The game clock now at 1:25. Still don't think they're giving up on scoring, but
No.
kind of just trying to do a running play there and get something from a different defensive back, and now I think the Rangers will call a timeout. So with 1:16 left in the first half, the Rangers lead at 35-7. There's timeout on the field. We'll take it with them here on the Ranger Network.
Stop at Fisher's Neighborhood Market for anything a Ranger could need. Whether you're heading to work, coming home from school, or just needing a break to grab something tasty, Fisher's Neighborhood Market is your one-stop shop. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
Larry Hill used his first time out there with 1:16 to go in the first half. The Rangers leading 35-7 with the ball at the Rattler 45. It's 3rd down and 8. Lots of play opportunities there against a struggling Rattler defense. Gombert wants to throw, has Eggleston open in the middle, finally throws it wide to the left, and it's dropped. I think that is that Chandler Cole?
Yeah.
Ball hit him in the hands or the chest, and it came loose, so it's 4th down. And I think the Rangers are going to punt for the first time tonight with 1:09 to go.
Well, Luke had so much, pressure. It really disrupted the timing of that play right there. And Luke did a nice job of avoiding the sack, but was not able to complete the pass.
It was a long pass to Cole. I thought Eggleston was open right in the center of the field. It might have been an easier pass right then. Garrett Brooks with the punt. And the rugby-style kick will roll inside the 10, inside the 5, and roll dead about the 2, maybe the 1 inside the 1. And with 59 seconds to go, the Rattlers will have to start from their own 1-yard line.
Football's all about field position, and whenever you get your opponents backed up and against their own end zone, boy, you're really in the driver's seat, and that's exactly what happened on Garrett Brooks' punt.
So a 44-yard punt. A little bit better than his average of 38.2. And for the rugby-style kick he does, to average almost 40 yards a kick is some work now.
Yeah.
You get a lot of punts that are successful because of a roll, and that one certainly was. So the Rattlers will come out. Still spreading 2 receivers wide to the left and 1 to the right. Up under center is Garcia, and he'll sneak it and doesn't get much. They'll mark him down at the 1. There's a flag on the play. Did they move early?
Either that or offsides, maybe. That's going back, yeah.
So as illegal procedure, we would have to guess. The referee didn't step out and signal anything that I saw.
He's standing back there at the
He's
at the
at the back of the end. He's right underneath the goalpost.
Yeah.
He's got a.
I don't feel like giving you the signal.
So, play clock moved to second. Probably shouldn't have. Garcia will snap again as a quarterback sneak and won't get much as the defense knows what's coming, and they do it. They spot him at the 1, so he got the half-yard back, and Larry Hill will call a timeout. Play clock, or the game clock, I'm sorry, at 48 seconds. Rangers lead at 35-7. Coach Hill uses his second. Did he use a timeout? They stopped the clock.
There's not a timeout, no.
Okay, well, why were they waving the? Okay, now they're going to roll it. So the play clock resets at 25 and starts. So they can roll this down to about 25 seconds. Now somebody else is blowing their whistle. I think Larry Hill wanted a timeout. I'm not real sure why we didn't get it.
Well, I guess he did.
So
I don't know why.
So at 51 seconds to go in the half, there is a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here as the Rangers will huddle up quickly. Maybe this is one of those 30-second timeouts you hear them announce in college football.
Oh, yeah.
Our referee comes all the way out to the 3-yard line to talk with one of his officials.
So let me ask you, what determines 30 seconds versus 60 seconds or 1 minute timeout?
When you hear a referee say that, that's because TV doesn't want that timeout, so it's only 30 seconds
30
long.
seconds, okay.
Generally, that's what it is. Sometimes they're 60 seconds.
Yeah. In high school, it's all 30-second, right?
No, they're all 60s. They're all 60s.
Okay.
You just have different referees have different clocks.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's 60 seconds, sometimes it's 40 seconds, sometimes it's a minute and a half.
How do you know all this stuff?
Because
Did you go to
because we take
officiating school?
We take commercial breaks, and sometimes we come back with no time. They're playing before we get back, and sometimes it's we come back and we talk for another minute.
If you're Larry Hill, why did you take that timeout with 51 seconds left?
Because if you can stop them 2 more times and you have 1 more timeout, you stop them here, call a timeout, stop them again, they'll have to punt from the back of the end zone.
You think he's sending a message to his team by doing this?
I don't know. You're up 35-7.
That's what I'm asking.
Surprised a little bit, but I don't know. Garcia's up under center. He'll sneak it again. This time he gets about a yard. They'll mark him up near the 2-yard line, and Larry Hill calls another timeout.
There you go. I think he wants the ball and get some decent field position to maybe even get a field goal at least, or get in position to kick a field goal possibly. Other than that, I don't know what other reason why.
So it's 3rd down, and we'll call it 9. 45 seconds on the clock. Coach Hill doesn't have another time. Well, yes, he doesn't have another timeout. So if they snap this one, if they snap it in running time at all, the clock will run out before they have to punt.
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe working on something, because you can work on things, you know?
There you go.
Rangers lead at 35-7. The 45 seconds to go here in the first half. The Rattlers trying to get out of their end zone without anything happening bad and go into the locker room and regroup. We'll do that too.
Well, maybe you're hoping that a bad snap during a punt, like to your point, 3rd down, they're going to hold them here. 4th down, they're going to have to punt the football. Or maybe you just let the clock run out.
You're out on the You're out on the 2 now. Do you hand it off? Or do you quarterback sneak it again?
I'd quarterback sneak it.
Garcia up under center, sneaks it again. And actually got loose a little bit, out to the 5. Now the game clock and the play clock are identical, so they won't have to run a 4th down play, I do not believe.
Well, Coach Hill, it's worth a try.
Sure.
Yeah, the referees are content just to let it run out.
The referee's actually near the quarterback, just letting him know he doesn't have to snap it again. I don't believe we will.
No.
I think the play clock's just a fraction of a second ahead of the game. The game clock's a fraction of a second ahead, and now it's 0. So we're at the half. And the Rangers lead it 35-7 by way of 3 Greg Eggleston touchdowns. And we go into the halftime with that knowledge that this one is pretty much in the books, but we'll still play 24 minutes when we come back after halftime because that's the way we play the game. So we've got some excitement at halftime, including the Ranger Marching Band and some conversations about Jeff Gandy. So we'll be back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut. With university admission competition at its peak and demand in the workplace for the best and brightest young talent, the time is now to give our students the edge at Comal ISD. And that edge is Memorial Early College High School. No matter where you reside in Comal ISD, MEX will help accelerate your learning and prepare you for a lifetime of success. You have a choice to make your high school experience fit you and your way of learning. Through a unique relationship with St. Philip's College, you can earn an associate's degree of arts. That's 2 years of college for free while you are still in high school. MEX offers a combination of regular and dual credit courses taught right here by instructors that have master's degrees. Learn in a hands-on collaborative way at MEX. Research, explore, problem solve, and build long-lasting relationships with driven, focused, and great students like yourself. Our campus is unique with many opportunities to get involved in school spirit. Our many clubs, academic UIL, sports, community, and leadership opportunities will have you screaming with eagle pride and soaring to new heights of excellence. Explore your options with Comal ISD. Explore Memorial Early College High School today.
There's no way that that's pass interference. Look, he's making a play for the ball and there's not even any contact. That's not interference.
I don't know, Coach. It is what it is.
No way. Run that back again.
Well, Coach, maybe it was a bad call, but it sure doesn't get any better than this.
Well, actually it can.
Coach, this is awesome.
I'm glad you think so. Hey, quit spilling popcorn on the field. Touchdown.
Next, the Ranger Band and Color Guard will perform their UIL marching show entitled Mystery Tour. The show will feature the music of the Beatles, including Eleanor Rigby, Yesterday, Got to Get You Into My Life, and Hey Jude. Soloists for the Ranger Band include Amanda Millard, Jonathan Nunez, Josh Robertson, Bradley Barker, Josh Florentino, Tomasi Nohosa, Josiah Mesa, Alexis Clemens, Diana Luna, Eva Cabrera, and Wesley Barton.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut.
Summerhill Dental, how may I help you? Let me get someone who can help you. There's a phone call for cleaning on line 2.
I'll get Melanie on the phone. Line 2 for you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Melanie. Yes, we do deep cleanings and mouth guards. Of course we do implants. We actually make them here in-house. I can get Dr. Bayless to talk to you about it. Don't forget to point your toe.
Thank you. Summerhill Dental. We are your Smithson Valley dentist.
And welcome back to San Marcos, where the Rattlers are trailing the Rangers 35-7. Smithson Valley on top. A couple of weeks ago, my partner Jeff Gandy was entered into the Hall of Honor at Churchill High School.
Hall of Honor, Winston Churchill High School.
Was that not something? Anyway, we were there with cameras, so we'll show you what happened.
Jeff Gandy, who graduated Churchill in 1978. Football and track. Went on to Baylor University and was drafted by the Washington Redskins. He was a 3-year letterman, football and track at Churchill High School. He was the only sophomore to play on the 1976 state championship team. He was all-district in all-city as a linebacker in 1977 and 78. He made the Texas Coaches Texas High School All-Star Game in 1979. Played in the Peach Bowl with Baylor in 1979. Starting linebacker for Baylor in 1981 and 1982. He was the team captain at Baylor in 1982. In 1982, he was number 3 on the team and leading in tackles. From 1981 to 1982, he was 5th. And in 1979 to 1982 as a career, he was 8th and led the team in tackles for Baylor. Drafted by the Washington Redskins in 1983 and a member of the NFC Championship Washington Redskins in Super Bowl 18. Congratulations, Jeff.
And we're back. Again, Jeff, a big night for you. Obviously, anytime you have the kind of career you had of playing football and the success you had, Churchill High School is where it started. Tell me a little bit about your playing time there and what this means to you as a former player.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was such a great honor just to get that phone call and say, hey, you've been nominated to participate and be in the Hall of Honor there at Winston Churchill High School. There's been so many good athletes go through Churchill, and it was that lone high school out there in north side of San Antonio with a British flag on top of the building. I thought that was just so cool, and you know, just to think that I had the opportunity to go through there and being blessed at the right place at the right time, you know, to have the opportunities. That's all about getting the opportunity and be coached by some really good coaches and play with guys that end up being lifelong friends that, you know, that makes a difference in your life. And so it was just really a real blessing and a lot of fun to be able to play football there at Churchill High School.
And obviously that was the impetus to get you going, where you ended up going to Baylor and then played in the NFL for a cup of coffee or two. And tell me about the transition from Churchill to Baylor. What was that like for you?
It's huge. I mean, obviously, from high school level to the next level, obviously is big as far as the mental side of it, but also the physical side, because you're just not ready to play D1 football. Even back in the old Southwest Conference days in 1979 when I went to Baylor University, I wasn't ready to play, but I was kind of forced into play a lot as a freshman, and I played for 4 years. But I had the distinct honor to play behind some good guys like Mike Singletary and Doak Field and Lester Ward, some guys that, you know, went on to play and have great pro careers as well.
And obviously we don't want to perpetuate this conversation about your career because you're so humble.
Sure.
But Churchill High School, just great an honor, and just want to congratulate you. We were glad to have cameras there and thought it was a great thing to honor one of our own. And again, congratulations, Jeff. And
thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll send it back for some final thoughts of yours.
Well, first of all, I want to thank Bo and Emily Wick and you as well, Tony, and the whole Wick family to be part of it with me and to be out there. And it was a great honor for me and for my family, for my wife Nancy, and for my two boys Matt and Garrett. You know, they hear all the stories about Pops, but now they get to see a little bit of it, and it was it was a lot of fun for us as a family.
So we need to tell everybody right now to YouTube Jeff Gandy and football.
I don't know about that.
No, we won't do that. We won't do that. Okay, we're going to again say congratulations to Jeff, and we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more on the halftime show here on the Ranger Network.
Mom Needs a Break Cleaning is the professional service you can trust. Thorough, careful, and affordable. We take care of all your home cleaning needs so Mom can take care of the important things in life. Isn't it time you came home to a spotless house without the hours of back-breaking work? Call Mom Needs a Break Cleaning for an over-the-phone estimate and to set your personalized cleaning schedule with us today.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. So I'm here today with Will Walker and Josh. Are y'all ready for a little trivia, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you know what you're playing for today?
No.
You are playing for a little piece of history. We've got a little piece of Rangers field that just got torn up. So there's a lot of history in this, okay? A lot of memories, right? All right, playing to win. Let's do this. All right. All right, guys, for your first question, I've got a football question. Are y'all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Where was the coldest Super Bowl played? Walker?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yes.
Good job. You got that point. All right, guys, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the name of the van that Scooby-Doo and his gang traveled around in? Will? Yes, good job. The Mystery Machine. Very good. You get that point. For a bonus point, what kind of dog is Scooby-Doo? Yes, it is. It is a Great Dane. Very good job. Little movie trivia. What movie is the line, "We swears to serve the master of the precious. We will swear." Lord of the Rings. Good job. Good job.
I recognize the precious.
Yes, good job. For a bonus question, everybody ready? All right. For a bonus question, who said that line? Yes, Gollum is correct.
I don't even watch Lord of the Rings.
All right, Josh, since you really seem to know your Lord of the Rings, what was Gollum's name before he became Gollum?
I can't even guess that.
In the game Mrs. Pac-Man, there's color advancements with the dots. What 3 colors are the dots? Will?
White, blue, and orange.
No, sorry. Josh?
Red, blue, and yellow.
No, sorry. Walker, you want to take a shot? No, there is no blue. It is white, yellow, and red.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, guys, taking it a little far back. Ready? What was the piggy bank's name in Toy Story?
Ham.
Walker? Ham is right. This is just an opinion. Do you think it's kind of mean to name your pet pig Ham?
Not really.
No?
I don't think so.
No? Okay, guys, which animal can move its eyes in 2 different directions at the same time? Oh, who got it? Will?
Iguana?
No, it's not an iguana.
Oh no.
Josh?
An owl?
It is not an owl.
I was gonna say an owl.
Walker?
I'm gonna say a shark.
It is not a shark. Will?
A charmeleon.
A what?
Charmeleon. What is that?
A chameleon? A chameleon is right. I'm going to give you that point.
I don't know how he gets that point. He said trillion.
They're so creepy. This one little eye goes this way, one little eye goes that way. It's like, yeah, it's totally creepy.
Yeah, I was thinking with it.
Yeah, I knew you were on the right track. I'm going to give you that point. Okay, guys, it is a all-out tie with everyone having 3. So this is the game point. You ready? In the movie Old Yeller, how did Old Yeller get rabies? Josh?
From animal bite.
Yes, from an animal bite. I'm going to give you that. Do you know what kind of animal it was? Do you remember? Close. It was a wolf. Yes. All right, Josh for the win. Good one. Did y'all cry for Old Yeller?
Actually, I've only seen that movie.
It was so sad.
I've never actually seen the movie.
Oh, it's so sad.
I just guessed. From an animal. He said like from an animal bite.
It was the worst. I just can't watch animal shows. It's like I can't do it. I can't do it. Guys, it's been a lot of fun. We have a winner though. Josh? Good job. Nice. Coach Brant, back to you.
Go Rangers!
Go Rangers.
All right, good stuff as always, Emily. Looking forward to next week's Senior Moments as well. But right now in the show, we go to this week's Rangers Trivia.
This week in Rangers Trivia, Friday's game at San Marcos marks Smithson Valley's 50th road game since 2010. What's the Rangers' win-loss record on the road during that stretch? Is the answer A, 39-10, B, 35-14, or C, 30-19? The answer is A, 39-10. Smithson Valley has proven to be nearly as good on the road as they have been at home over the past decade, with a road winning percentage of .796 compared to .804 at Ranger Stadium.
That's right, a lot of road success enjoyed by the Rangers, not only over the past decade or so, but you can go back even further. At one point in the mid-2000s, there was a streak of 27 straight road victories for this program. Coach, again, you've been very good, home or road, but what does it take to be a successful road team in high school football?
Well, you're going in there and you got a chance for your crowd to be smaller than theirs, and of course they're playing in the comforts of their home and in their routine, but we try to keep things as much the same as we can, save the bus ride. Mm-hmm. When we get dressed, when we get taped, when our meetings are, how the day unfolds. We try not to treat home any differently than the road. Mm-hmm. We get taped and fully dressed at home before we go out and play. Well, we don't go to the other place dressed. We go over there and get fully dressed and taped. And whether that has anything to do with it or not, I don't know. But I mean, when you get familiar with the process, you get a little more comfortable. And we try to do that even when we've taken 4 and 5, 6 hour road
Mm-hmm.
trips. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but that's how we do it. And you're right, we've had success.
Well, Smithson Valley looking for another road win this Friday as they take on the San Marcos Rattlers. A game we'll preview coming up next here at Inside Rangers Football.
Community is really important to it.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Tell them about the hygienists. They are super gentle and really nice.
I will do that. Let's do that again. Community is a really important part of Summer Hill Dell.
Did you tell all the kids about the awesome prize box?
I have not, but I will.
Okay.
Seriously, are we getting billed by the hour here? Here at Summerhill Dental, we not only are really good at implants, we have gentle hygienists and awesome prize boxes. We also love our community. We are your Smithson Valley dentists. Go Rangers.
Control. Your ability to choose. Control gives you power to fulfill your needs and wants as you see fit. GVTC understands and delivers control for their customers every day. I'm Trey Bellew-Witcher, and GVTC gives me control.
Getting the Smoky Mo's family pack for lunch really makes me feel like you guys are my brothers.
Yeah.
Really, I don't know if it's the 3 meats or the 3 sides, but Mom got all of our favorites.
Hey, there's no eating in this locker room.
Smoky Mo's family pack makes us family, which makes me Super Dad.
Hey, you boys go mow the lawn, do the laundry, and wash the dishes while you're at it.
Matt, we are excited to hear what you have come up with for the new Sage Capital Bank jingle.
You are going to love it. We think it really embodies Sage Capital Bank. Emotes class, tradition, effort. Well, just give it a listen.
Man, that's really got spirit, but isn't that
awesome?
That's the Smith.
Best song ever.
Well, yes, it is.
Yes, nailed it. Guys, we have got ourselves a jingle. Let's do it again.
Sage Capital Bank is proud to support the Smithson Valley Rangers, and you can bank on that.
And as we're back to Rattler Stadium, San Marcos will kick off to Smithson Valley to start the second half. It's a 35-7 lead for the Rangers. Daniel Marquez will kick it off for the Rattlers. And that's an onside kick. It goes 10 yards, and they might have fallen on it. The kicker might have got it himself. Marquez falls on it. On the first kickoff of the second half, the Rattler kicker kicks it 10 yards and falls on the ball, and it's Rattler ball into Ranger territory at the Ranger 45.
Well, they caught the Rangers front line completely off guard, Tony, and that was a well-executed onside kick that time by the Rattlers. Now they've got good field position starting in the second half, and we were talking about who gets the ball the second half. We go to the Rangers. Well, that's going to be great. Now it's the Rattlers.
Tight end to the right, a couple receivers to the right. Garcia takes the snap, gives it to Canales. Gets bumped at the line of scrimmage and drags the defender a couple of yards. So a gain of 3 makes it second down and 7.
No huddle, hurry up tempo style now by the Rattlers on offense.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Garcia wants to throw. It's a wide receiver screen on the left, and not much going there. It's Magid who's caught a bunch of passes tonight. He'll actually lose a yard. It'll be 3rd and 7. A good stick that time by one of the safeties. I think it was Bowman.
Now American Sanders came up too to make the tackle. That play had potential, Tony, because he had blockers out in front of him. Canales did, but it was disrupted by the initial Ranger defender. Having Canales had to try to dodge him. American Sanders came up and made a tackle.
3rd and 8 from the Ranger 43. Motion left to right. Garcia low snap, feels some pressure, rolls, and throws an incomplete pass. Coverage by Mason Livingston. Nathan Henry, the intended receiver. It's 4th down.
Not a very good window to try to complete that pass to Perez. He was covered pretty dang tight. And just didn't, after all that onside kick, come up pretty empty right here as far as the offensive potential for the Rattlers starting the second half.
Gain a positive 2 yards. It's 4th and 8 from the 43. Livingston deep, standing in his own 10. Marquez will handle the punting chores. And he's going to throw it. He's got a man wide open. It's a first down on the pass play. And that was Alva, the linebacker, as they run a fake punt for the second time tonight after the onside kick. And Coach Mark Soto, in his second term here in San Marcos, his second year of his second term, rolls the dice and this time completes it after the onside kick that was successful. This is a fake punt that's successful. Up to the Ranger 30, it's first down.
Sending definitely a positive note, I guess, to the Rattler football team. Say, we're going all after this thing. Don't care what the score is on the scoreboard. We're doing everything we can to try to win the football
Garcia to Magid. Completed pass, shoved out of bounds. Not until he gets 8 or 9 yards, though. Jackson Senney on coverage. Ball spotted up at the 23, I believe. Be second down and 3. 7-yard pass gain. Get back to the line in a hurry. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Garcia, and now somebody jumped on the offensive line, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
False start.
The Ranger defensive line did a shift, and it caused one of the offense, I believe it was right guard. I think it was Ethan Mendez. He moved a little early when the defensive line shifted. Caught him.
You know, even if he moved a lot early, it'd be the same 5 yards, wouldn't it?
It sure would be. You might as well go all the way out. Just fire out. They're going to catch you.
So instead of 2nd and 3, it's 2nd down and 8. Pressure. Screen pass. Canales catches it. He's on the loose. He's going towards the end zone. Finally tackled about the 10-yard line. Ranger defense that time got kind of caught as Garcia got great pressure from the right side of the defensive line. First down at the 10.
Looked almost like a jailhouse
almost.
blitz, and I tell you, it was a great call for what the Rangers were trying to do on defense, and it's first down. Good-looking screenplay.
So it looks like it's 1st and goal basically from the 10. Garcia quick out to the Magid on the left, has a blocker, then gets popped. 2 defenders, including Bowman and Sanders, in on the tackle. A gain of a couple to the 8. So it's second down. Maybe it's not goal to go. Maybe they need to get to the 1 for a first down, but it's tight. So 2nd down. We've played 2.5 minutes of the 3rd quarter. It's 35-7 Rangers. Garcia to throw. Looks over the middle, gets pressure, gets thrown down. I think it's Trey Witcher again.
That's Witcher, yeah.
So Witcher gets his 3rd sack of the night.
Well, Witcher was in there so quick, Tony. I don't think Garcia had a chance to even set his feet. Great play that time. It looks like either they had a stun up front or he actually just beat the guy one-on-one so badly, but Witcher did a nice job getting in Garcia's face, totally disrupting the pass.
3rd and 10 from the 11. This is the 10th play of the drive that's occupied all of the 3rd quarter since they got the ball on the onside kick. And they kept it on the fake punt.
Yeah. Same drive.
Garcia, 2 receivers either way. And now Mark Soto wants a timeout. So at 8:31 to go in the 3rd quarter, the Rangers lead at 35-7. There's timeout on the field. We'll take it with him on the Ranger Network.
There's no way that that's pass interference. Look, he's making a play for the ball and there's not even any contact. That's not interference.
I don't know, Coach. It is what it is.
No way. Run that back again.
Well, Coach, maybe it was a bad call, but it sure doesn't get any better than this.
Well, actually it can.
Coach, this is awesome.
I'm glad you think so. Hey, quit spilling popcorn on the field. Touchdown.
The Ranger Network is glad to be with you on this beautiful Friday night. Temperatures in the 40s, clear skies. Friday night football at its finest. 35-7, the Rangers lead the Rattlers. 8:31 to go, 3rd quarter action. Ball's at the 11. It is 3rd down and 10 from the 11 for San Marcos. We've got a receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Garcia takes it. A quick pass to the left on a slant pattern. That intended for Magid.
I don't think he was looking for it.
Well, he kept his route clear into the end zone, and the ball died about the 1. So, again, the receiver and the quarterback not on the same page. It's 4th down.
What does Coach Soto do here? He is thinking about it. He's got his offense out there on the field. You got to go for it.
You're down by 4 touchdowns.
Why
not go for it?
You have to.
Play call comes in from the sideline. Tight ends on the right, 2 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Canales, the lone setback. Garcia takes it. He rolls to his right, looks to the end zone, throws it short. It's intercepted and brought down almost immediately is Blake Bowman, the backup safety, with his first interception of the season. The junior playing a lot of minutes tonight. I haven't seen Jackson Sinney a whole lot. Bowman's been out there quite a bit.
Well, unfortunately for Alex Garcia, he's thrown quite a few interceptions this year, and that adds two of them here tonight. He came into the ball game with 11 interceptions, 10 touchdown passes. That last play, he had actually Magic wide open in the end zone. He just didn't see it because he had pressure, and Garcia ended up throwing an interception.
So 11 plays on the drive for San Marcos, their second drive of the night to end on an interception. Here is Fortone going off left side. Doesn't get a whole lot. In fact, just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, I think.
Well, it looks like A.J. Gonzalez, the outside linebacker, number 44, was in there in the backfield pretty quick. Right as Fortone got the handoff for no gain.
Kind of a funky play because he ran right to us. You got other scores from around the district?
We do. At the Canyon Steel, we have in 4 minutes left in the third quarter, Steel 27, Canyon Cougar 7.
We'll get some more in just a moment. Two receivers to the right for the Rangers. Gombert hands it off to Fortone again, going right this time. That'll be about a 5-yard gain out near the 22. Guess a gain of 4 makes it 3rd down and 6.
Good initial surge that time by the offensive right side of the formation. Fortune that. We got another update, too, on the Clemens and New Braunfels score. Into the third quarter, it's 23-14 Clemens over New Braunfels, 23-14.
And they were up, weren't they up 21-14?
No, 16-14.
16-14. So
at halftime.
Okay. Gombert on 3rd down will throw it out to the right side and misses his receiver. A little bit behind him, intended for
Egley.
Cooper Douglas, the intended receiver. So it's 4th down, and Garrett Brooks comes out for his second punt of the evening.
The receiver turned in. Ball was thrown to the outside shoulder. The receiver couldn't get turned around in time to make the reception.
So the junior defensive end, who also punts, is on for the second time tonight. The snap is good. The kick is always in a hurry. This one is too. This
Good
one,
punt.
a high spiraler. We don't see a spiral from him very much, but this one had a great look to it. Goes all the way to the 17-yard line where it's down there. So basically, that's almost a 60-yard punt by Garrett Brooks.
Beautiful punt that time. And, yes, to your point, Tony, he's usually rugby-style kicker. He's going to punt it end over end. This time he had that big, high spiral look to it. He out-punted the deep receiver for the Rattlers, and it was a great punt, 60 yards.
So are you saying that he didn't do it on purpose?
I think he did it totally on purpose, not by accident. No.
7:06 to go, third quarter. Rattlers with the ball for the second time tonight after they recovered the onside kick and ran off 11 plays without a score. Garcia with everybody in formation of his skilled players to the right, runs it to the right. Canales just off right guard. Gets about 3 yards before he's stopped. Thomas Zoig on the point of that tackle. But a bunch of Rangers were there on the spot for they're going to give him 4 yards up to the 21 on first down, so it's 2nd and 6. Last night, Judson beat East Central 49-9 on a Thursday night show. And that's your District 26 6A scores. Garcia, quick drop, throws it to Canales on the left. Malachi Lane chasing him down and drags him down after a minimal gain. I think they'll give him 3 yards up to the 24. It'll bring up 3rd down and a long 3.
Well, I tell you what, Tony, Lane did a nice job. He's one-on-one with the back flaring out to the side like that. And Canales has got some speed, but I tell you what, Malachi Lane did a nice job staying inside out, making the tackle for only a couple-yard gain.
Some promise for the sophomore linebacker.
Yeah.
Defensive line shifts. It's 3rd and 3. Garcia will throw it quickly out to Magid. Another one of those quick pass patterns. Zoig and Betsy push him out of bounds, but it's first down yardage.
You have to give Magic a little bit of cushion because he has game-breaking potential. And that time, that amount of cushion is going to be just enough for that first down.
Well, really what they're doing is Betsy's only a little more than 5 yards off. He's just taking about 2 steps, and they're throwing it to him. This time he looks to the right, throws it long, intended for Henry. And good coverage by Jalen Nutt
Yeah.
for an incomplete pass.
Looked like Henry was trying to do a little offensive arm separation, but Jalen Nutt was right there with him. I don't think that would have been a heck of a catch if he was able to make that catch, that is. If I can spit it out, I'll tell you.
Henry at 6'2" and 180. The sophomore really trying to do a basketball play there, just trying to pin him and post up for the pass, if you will. Nutt got around him and got a hand on it.
Got man-on-man down here.
2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. They'll hand it off. Canales, gets wrapped up and thrown down and then gets away from it. He got thrown, but he stayed on his feet, got another couple of yards, a gain of 4 up to the 35. It's now 3rd down and a long 6.
Where's Garcia going to throw to, I wonder?
Well, same guy you always throw to when he needs 3rd down conversion.
Tell you, either Majid or Perez, Ronnie Perez, the tight end. And Perez is flexed out.
Garcia takes it, fakes it on the RPO, then breaks a tackle. Sanders ran by him, didn't get the tackle. Finally, looks like that's Hambrook comes up with the tackle, and not till 1st down yardage at the 45.
Well, I was about to comment. Sanders is in great position to make the play on Garcia, and Garcia just fakes him out and was able to scoot upfield for a 1st down.
Second 1st down of the drive at the 44, and there's a player down on the field. Looks like another offensive lineman of the Rattlers. We'll see if
I didn't see anything, did you?
I did not. That's basically right where the tackle was. Keep it here for just a second to see.
That's not Garcia, is it?
I don't think so. Certainly hope not for their sake.
Yeah.
But I don't see him out there anywhere. It is Garcia, and he's holding his right shoulder. Looks like he's done for the night. The backup quarterback's Noah Stubblefield, a sophomore, who's thrown the ball about 60 times and carried it 11, so he's got a little bit of experience. In fact, I think he started a game or two. But the sophomore will be called in as Garcia is out, and I don't know that he'll make it back in. They don't have a tent to take him into, so he's just kind of in the depths of the bench. But the play clock is running, the game clock at 4 minutes and 45 seconds here in the 3rd quarter, and it's 35-7 Smithson Valley. Stubblefield will bring him out to the line. 3 receivers toward the left, 1 to the right. Lone setback is Canales. Stubblefield at 5'10", 150 pounds. Wings it out to the left. That looks like the tight end, and no, that's Henry. Or that might have been Ronnie Perez. It was Ronnie Perez. The senior fullback / tight end makes his first catch of the season. Gain of about 5. Well, we'll call it 4 to the 48.
It's hard to believe that Perez has only had maybe a couple catches this season. He's a big kid, 6'1", 230 pounds. He's a big kid out there. He's got soft hands. They split him out a lot.
Yeah.
Put him in position.
He's played tonight and just hadn't caught a ball until that one. Stubblefield, quick out. Guess who? Majid, 1st down. Inside the 45.
And that was a good pass by the
wrapped up by Betsy.
Yeah, by the junior. Came in just to substitute for Garcia. Cold off the bench, and he's thrown 2 good passes.
Right, he has. Kind of slings it, almost sidearm. So 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Stubblefield takes the snap. Option look, keeps it himself, and he gets popped. I think it was Malachi Lane again who laid the wood to him that time. A gain of, we'll call it a yard to the 44. Another long drive for the Rattlers.
Well, it looked like he did have the option that time, Stubblefield, to either pitch it back or keep it. He kept it. I don't know if it might have been wiser to pitch it on that last play.
That option look that we've seen once or twice. Stubblefield now, straight drop back, throws it short to the intended receiver, which was Henry.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up 3rd and long.
I'm not sure what happened that time with Stubblefield. He had plenty of pocket time. He planted his feet and really threw it with authority. It just went right in the turf. I don't know what happened there. It came out of his hand wrong.
It looked like he was almost trying to put it into the dirt. That's the way he let go.
Yeah,
It's held on to it too long. Clock is stopped with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rangers up 35-7. Stubblefield, the backup quarterback for the Rattlers, on after the starter, Garcia, got hurt. Takes the snap, straight drop back, a screen pass, a wide receiver screen to Magid. If he can beat one guy, he does, then gets tripped up at the last minute.
Tony, it looks like Garcia's back in the game. Now he just made that last pass actually to Magid.
Okay.
So he's back in the game.
So that shoulder problem that he had on the 11th play of the drive is good for a first down. Up to the Ranger, that's the 30-yard line. Now he fakes the handoff and keeps it. He gets hit again and down at the 30-yard line, so no gain on the run. That was Zoig who put him down that time. Second down and 10.
Rattler offense is mixing the play calls up a little bit. A little quick pass here at the outside, quick trap, a little option play, trying to keep the Ranger defense on their toes. Ranger defense doing pretty darn good at this time. Just whatever the Rattlers are throwing at them, they're able to defend it.
62 yards on the drive. This will be the 13th play. 2nd and 9 from the 30. Another pass out to the edge. This one a short gain of about 5 to the 25. That's Magid again, who has lived on that left sideline.
Yeah, he has.
6 yards on the play. 3rd down and 4.
Playing zone with Magid with the cornerback and with his safety. Yeah, it's probably a good thing to do that because that way you have inside-outside position on him. He's a heck of a ball player. You get the ball in space with him, he's got the potential to take it all away.
3rd and 3 from the 25. Garcia, defensive line shifts. Play clock under 10. Takes the snap. Looks across. It's Magic on a little look-in route. And he catches it, and that's good enough for a first down at the 19, wrapped up by Betsy.
Yeah.
The first down yardage.
Betsy couldn't play it any better than that, Tony. He's all over Magid. It was just a good pass and catch right where you needed it to be.
So from the 8, the second incomplete pass in a row.
Well, Garcia threw the ball a little odd and short because Garrett Brooks was coming around the left edge again, beating the left tackle. I believe that would be Villegas. Just putting enough pressure, enough heat on Garcia. He knew he was right there, right about to get hit, so he had to deliver a bad pass.
Fabian Villegas, the junior tackle. Garcia gone 4th down, and we lost a yard, so 4th and 3. Garrett Brooks is back. Neither team has scored in the first 13 minutes of the second half. Brooks will punt. Line of scrimmage is the 35. This is a low end-over-end rugby-style kick that will roll to the 30. So a 41-yard punt to the 29.
Well, Garrett didn't quite get his foot in that time in the punt like he did the previous time. But, again, very effective, the rugby style of punting the football, because if you get it end over end and the ball starts getting momentum, it'll really eat up the yards. It's hard to catch him, too.
So 1st and 10 for the Rattlers, 10:38 to go in the game, 10:28 to go in the game. Garcia with 2 receivers broke to either side. Heading south to north through the line of scrimmage, a good looking run that time.
Is that Johnson? No.
Has to be Johnson. Savion Johnson. Garcia gives it to him again, but he's trapped in the background. That's Hambrook again in the backfield.
Hambrook got back there in the backfield a little too quick. It must have been a misassignment up front because he was scot-free right as Canal. I guess it's Johnson. Yeah, it is Johnson. Yeah.
Canales, a sophomore, had the start. Johnson, a sophomore, has now come in. He was a starter early in the season, 6'2", 170. 125 yards and a touchdown on the season. This time Garcia wings it out to the left. Magid can't hang on to it this time. First drop we've seen of his tonight. On 2nd and about 13, now makes it 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13. That's not the position you want your offense to be in. 3rd down and long.
Hard to have 19-yard play drives when you're 3rd and 13. So Garcia sends 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson, the running back, who stays in to block. Garcia now has some pressure, throws it across the middle. It's incomplete. Coverage by Jacob Perez. Intended for Henry.
Yeah, Garcia
Fourth
just
down and long.
Garcia just ran out of time. Actually, he had a lot of pressure in his face up the middle of the formation, throwing off his back foot. Didn't have enough oomph in the pass. No way he could complete that one.
No way they'll fake this one, will they? 4th and 13 from the 40. Marquez will actually punt it, and a good-looking spiraling punt. Mason Livingston will fair catch it at his own 18.
Ooh, man.
Good-looking punt.
Yep.
42 yards. Rangers start 1st and 10 from their own 18. Luke Gombert will come back out onto the field with the Ranger offense that tonight has run 3 plays and a punt and run 3 plays and a punt in the second half.
Quick score update for those that are interested in 26-6A, which is this district. The Clemens Buffaloes have extended its lead over the New Braunfels Unicorns 30-20. Now the Unicorns just now scored, so it's now 30-20 Clemens.
Gombert, everyone in tight, hands it off. Fortone gets back to the line of scrimmage and gets a couple of yards on a late spin, but the Rattlers all over him. Alva there first, along with Kanan Webb, who came in and caught some passes tonight. Now he's back on defense. 2-yard gain at 2nd and 8.
Webb's kind of like the jack of all trades, I guess. Wherever you need to play him. He's a good little athlete.
So 2 receivers break to the left on 2nd and 8. Game clock now at 8:50. Gombert fakes it, throws it. Kind of a wide receiver screen. His pass kind of took Eggleston in towards the defense, and it was dangerous, and Eggleston couldn't hang on to it.
No.
Kind of a wide receiver screen with Douglas out there blocking for him. But Luke threw it a little too close to the action, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 8.
I'll tell you what, the action up front looks totally like a run play. The way that thing is set up, it's really hard on the linebackers and the safeties, but that time on the quick screen play just wasn't able to come up with the reception, but designed very well.
Brooks snaps it. Gombert rolls left, looking for Eggleston up the left sideline. And it'll fall into his hands, and then the defender will knock it away. Ugunabas gets a pass breakup. Gombert kind of just gave it a heave.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? A floater.
Eggleston was running under it, but so was the defender. It's incomplete. It's 4th down.
I think if the ball would have landed on the outside shoulder, back shoulder, I think Eggleston would have had a chance to make that reception. But the defender, Ungadames, he was inside out on the receiver.
I think the cornerback kind of pushed Eggleston wider than he wanted to go on the route. And Brooks will punt again. This spiraling kick will get a decent bounce and end up being about a 50-yard punt as it stops somewhere around the 30. So for the 3rd consecutive possession, the Rangers have gone 3 and out. Rattlers will start 1st and 10 from their own 29.
Well, both teams have now extended punts back and forth, and now this in the 4th quarter, it is, this is pump back and forth, 3 and out, 3 and out.
We had 42 points in the first half, and we've played about 16 minutes of the second half with nobody even really. I guess the Rattlers got the close. They were inside the 10 at one point. The Rangers haven't had a first down in the second half, which is something that needs to be rectified next time they have the ball. You don't want to play the whole second half without a first down. Garcia gives it to Johnson, breaks a tackle, now gets tripped up. Johnson will end up with, almost 8 yards out to the 37.
Pretty good little holdout time on the backside. Johnson had the ability to run to the left side of the offensive line, but the cutback was not there, so he went. And it's a nice little hole.
Right back at it. The Rattlers 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Garcia to pass, looking long. Magic's the intended receiver, and he overthrows him. Coverage by Betsy.
Yep, one-on-one with Betsy. Magic had the inside position, just Garcia wasn't able to put the pass right in the breadbasket, so to speak. He did have some pressure that time again by Connor Hamburg. That's probably why Garcia was able to really get into the pass, step into it.
So the incomplete pass leaves us with 3rd down and 2 from the 37. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Garcia fakes the handoff, then throws it to the tight end, and he doesn't give him kind of an alligator arm that time.
Yeah,
he felt Mason Livingston come up to put the hit on him, and he didn't really reach for it like he should have. And the incomplete pass brings up 4th down and 2, again from the 37. Again, Ronnie Perez, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Perez would have brought his second hand up. He probably could have caught the pass.
He would have got hit just like he did, and he would have had probably a 1st down. Garcia wants to throw it on 4th down. Guess who? It's Magic. Magic gets 1st down yardage up to what they'll call it the 44-yard line. So pass play of 7 yards is 1st down yardage.
Yeah, Betsy again had good position on Magic. It's just a good passing catch. Well, Blake Bowman coming in now at strong safety.
Betsy went out after the play. Livingston goes into corner. Garcia rolls near sideline, throws it, completes it. That's Henry. Spun around and brought down.
It's about a yard short of a 1st down, too. Nice passing catch.
Jalen Nutt on the coverage.
Yeah.
8 yards.
Again, we've seen San Marcos be able to move the football between the 20s and 20, but not be able to punch it in the end zone.
Garcia to throw. Looking long, heaves it over the top for Magic. Livingston running with him and had a better chance to catch it, and Mason can't bring it in. Good try, though, by Livingston on good coverage on Magic, who was, again, trying to hook up with Garcia on a long one. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 2 again. That was the 6th play of the drive, and they've had some doozies tonight. 19 a couple of times, a couple of possessions ago.
Yeah. Keeping the same personnel package in there. It's 11 personnel, so they do run the football out of this formation, especially with the tight end, Perez, in the tight formation, which he is right now.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Garcia throws quick. That's the tight end, Perez. Tries to drag Jalen Nutt and get 1st down yardage up to the 40. Bowman in there too, along with Cody Horn, one of the backup linebackers on the field.
Well, you just kind of, I think Garcia, he just takes a look. Where's my opportunity for 4 yards? And he just sees where it is, and he just has the receiver they kind of got that knack of knowing what they need to do, and they throw that empty space for completion.
1st and 10 from the 40, rolling to the right. Has a couple of receivers there, and that one's tipped away, almost picked off. I think that was Livingston again in the right place at the right time. He was on Magic, and Bowman was on Henry. A little 2-man game on that side, and Garcia had kind of put it up for grabs, and we were the closest one to it.
Yeah, I think you're right. It looks like Ronnie Perez, the tight end, number 82, he's a big guy, but I tell you what, he's getting winded because he's going on 30-yard routes every play. He's coming back in little he's need a breather.
They brought Webb in for him.
Yeah. The big guy's kind of sucking eggs right now. He was a little unenthusiastic on that last pass route where if he might have been able to make a play.
Tight end left, and now timeout by Mark Soto. Not the first time tonight he stopped it in the midst of a play. So a timeout's on the field. Same score as halftime with 6:19 to go in the game. 35-7 Rangers on the Ranger Network.
Mom Needs a Break Cleaning is the professional service you can trust. Thorough, careful, and affordable. We take care of all your home cleaning needs so Mom can take care of the important things in life. Isn't it time you came home to a spotless house without the hours of backbreaking work? Call Mom Needs a Break Cleaning for an over-the-phone estimate and to set your personalized cleaning schedule with us today.
Control. Your ability to choose. Control gives you power to fulfill your needs and wants as you see fit. GVTC understands and delivers control for their customers every day. I'm Trey Bellew-Witcher, and GVTC gives me control.
After the Rattler timeout, their second of the half, there's 6:19 to go in the game. Rangers lead at 35-7. No one has scored in the second half after 42 points in the first half. Rattlers trying to change that on a lengthy drive at the Ranger 40. It's second down and 10. Two receivers either way. Garcia to Magid. Quick look in. First down yardage up to the 27-yard line. Tackle by Perez. It's first down.
That little RPO quick pass is a real effective way of getting that quick hitch, getting to the open receiver in the open space of grass, and that's all the play's designed to do. Garcia did a nice job that time.
10th play of the drive from the Ranger 27. Garcia looking across the middle, a little bit low. That's the tight end Perez. Couldn't hang on to it. Paid for it anyway. It's second down and 10.
He was open. He was wide open. I was going to say wide open. He was open between the two safeties on a dig route. And Garcia did a nice job getting the football right in his hands. It was just a little low, right about the knee level.
He'd have had to dig that one out of the turf to
Come
catch
on
it.
now.
Come on.
It was right at the knees. You can catch that.
That's okay for a guy that's 6'2". That's digging it out of the ground. So two receivers right, one to the left, a slot to the left. Now the running back, Johnson, catches it on the move, tries to get up the near sideline. They give him up to the 24, so a gain of about 3. Kind of a long handoff, if you will, to Savion Johnson.
That's about right. We do have a final now at between Steele and Canyon Cougars. Steele 34, Canyon Cougars 7. That is the final.
Cool. In the end zone intended for Magid. Garcia laid it out there again. He got popped when he let it go.
Well, I sure thought it hit his hands. He was not able to cradle it, though.
Coverage by Livingston. Incomplete brings up fourth down. So a pair of incompletions and a 3-yard pass play brings up fourth down and 7 on this particular set. This will be the 14th play of the drive, as they're obviously going to go for it, down 35-7. Game clock is stopped at 5:43. Play clock now under 5. This is Stubblefield. I think Garcia got taken off the field, and there's another timeout by Mark Soto, who ran down the sideline to call it. So no play on fourth down. Garcia got popped again, we said, after that last pass incompletion, and not sure if he's calling the timeout to see if he can come back.
Yeah, I don't know either. Interesting. It's hard to come off the bench like that, a Stubblefield on the fourth down. You know you got to throw the football. Coming off the bench cold, whew, that's tough to do.
Shoot, he's 16. He can do anything, right?
I guess so. He is 5'10", 150.
Well, it says Garcia's 5'10", 150 also.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Their weights seem a little low, don't they? I don't know. It's fourth down, 35-7. It seems like I've said that 100 times now because it hasn't changed since, gosh, what was the time in the first half? We can look it up. Happened at about, that was about the 5 or 6 minute mark. So we haven't had any scores in nearly 20 minutes of football. So sleeves are clean. It must be Stubblefield still out there. Two receivers right, one to the left. It is Stubblefield. And slings it. It's picked off. Thomas Zoig will run the center of the field, has one man to get past, and he doesn't clear him. Gets dragged down, but another interception by the Rangers. Thomas Zoig with the pick that time, and for him, that is his first interception of the season.
Great job that time by Zoig, getting in his hook zone area, just reading the quarterback's eyes and then breaking on the football, getting in between himself and the receiver, intercepted it, made a nice run back too. You know, the linebackers are fast people. I know that for a fact, and we can run the football once we get the opportunity to intercept the ball.
Now, you told me
Zoe
before
did a nice job.
You said you weren't very fast.
Well, I was just trying to be humble.
Okay. So Zoe returns. That was Johnson, by the way, that ran up and made the tackle as he did not give up on the play after Zoe picked it off. So the Ranger offense comes out. They have had 1, 2, 3 possessions, all 3 and outs. Let's see if we can get a first down here. 5:32 to go in the game, up 35-7. 2 receivers broke to the right. There's a tight end and it's a handoff to Fortone. Up the middle, wiggles his way. Man, keeps wiggling, keeps going. Almost first down yardage. I think he got a first down as he got across the 35-yard line. It is a first down for Jacob Fortone.
We have some substitutions in there.
No, it was Hoskins who ran the ball.
Yeah, we had the second unit in there.
Yeah. Gabe Hoskins with the first down run.
Now that's quarterback Will Strachan, the junior.
Yep.
He's coming in right now.
So another possession in plus yardage, the first down of the second half. Strachan will throw it out to the outside. That's the defensive back who catches it again. As we are throwing it to everybody tonight.
Noah Flores.
Noah Flores makes the catch.
The defensive back.
The defensive back playing wide receiver.
That kid's gonna.
I know. It's everybody thought he was intercepted, but it's our defensive back. Noah Flores playing wide receiver tonight.
He's going to appreciate that when he sees this game.
I'm sure he will.
The defensive back is in the game. He catches the pass.
So 2 running backs, 1 to either side. It's Hoskins and Bounds. Strachan will take the snap after, he called for the snap and then turn to the sideline and see if the coaches want to adjust. Play clock, though, runs under 5. And gives it to Bounds. Kind of goes up the middle, kind of doesn't get very much. It was second and very short. This time he lost 1.5 yards. So the ball's back out to the 28 as the clock will run under 4 minutes to go.
Substituting the running backs right now. Bounds is going to the sidelines. And that is?
Well, Camacho just went out.
Avery just came in the game. James Avery. Justin Avery, excuse me.
Yeah, I think it's Justin. Ryan Hakes is in at wide receiver. He split wide to the left. 2 backs. This is Hoskins. Goes around right in, has some room, cuts up field, gets to the 20, carries the defender a couple more yards.
Good run.
First down yardage to the 4 to the 19. Another good first down run by Gabe Hoskins.
Well, you love it when these kids that get in the game, they don't get to play a whole lot and they get their chance.
Right.
Well, they're playing hard. We also have Colton Thomason, the freshman kid, number 77, play right guard. He's in the game getting some more action as well.
In fact, all the backups are in on the offensive line. Scratchin now has 2 receivers wide left, a couple of slot backs and a slot back and a tight end. They give it to Hoskins up the middle, veers to the left, gets through one defender, then bounces off another, stays on his feet, continues to fight for yardage as he gets all the way to the 10-yard line in what was about a 35-yard run from the near hash to the far set of numbers.
Well, that's all on him too. He was stiff-arming the would-be tackler 10 yards down the field. It was beautifully run. Tough, hard-nosed run.
Gabe Hoskins, the junior running back with over 300 yards on the season now, putting his name up there, say, I want to replace Jacob Fortone next year. Doing some good yardage tonight. Justin Avery in the backfield with him now, 1 to either side of Scratchin. Hoskins comes left, has some room, fights for the corner, runs to the corner, touchdown. Gabe Hoskins, his 3rd touchdown run of the year. This one from just outside of 10 yards, and the Rangers score for the first time in the second half with 2:04 to go.
Boy, good blocking on the right-hand side with Dorning, Thomason, Schaffer, and Will Ford all having a piece of that play for that success. Hoskins had a nice alley to run into for the touchdown, but it was all it all started up front with those offensive linemen.
Colby Wright will come on for the extra point. Scratchin will hold. after the snap. Kick is up, and it's good. 42-7. The Rangers put an exclamation point onto this one. And with 2:04 to go in the game, there's timeout on the field. This is the Ranger Network.
Stop at Fisher's Neighborhood Market for anything a Ranger could need. Whether you're heading to work, coming home from school, or just needing a break to grab something tasty, Fisher's Neighborhood Market is your one-stop shop. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Guaranteeing things get done while saving you time. Speed is a necessity. GVTC understands and delivers the fastest speeds around for customers every day. I'm Greg Eggleston, and GVTC handles my speed.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is teaming up with the Smithson Valley Rangers. When you stop to gas up, look for the Ranger Spirit Pump. A portion of sales from this pump will be donated directly to the SV Athletic Booster Club to help out our Rangers. So choose the one that's Ranger Blue and fill up. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
And as we come back to Rattler Stadium, Colby Wright will send a dribbling kickoff. Fielded at about the 25 by the Rattlers. Looks to be Ryan Wilder, the middle linebacker, that picked it up and brought it out to about the 36, where he's wrestled down by about 11 different Rangers.
The backup kickoff team.
Hoskins, by the way, on kick coverage was at the bottom of that pile.
There you go. Quick update from another game here tonight. Clemens Buffaloes 30 and the New Braunfels Unicorns 20. Got about a minute left in the game. 30-20, Clemens.
A minute 56 to go in the game. 42-7, Rangers on top. Bunch of backups all over the place. Stubblefield takes it, wings it out. Pass caught by a receiver that time. Looks like
number three,
who's not on the roster.
Davian Towns. Sophomore.
You have an updated roster. Davian Towns. There you go. All right. Gain is about 4. 2nd down and 6 at the 40-yard line. Stubblefield again. Hands it off. This is Johnson. Knifes up the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles. Finally brought down as he crosses midfield.
They'll move the chains and start the clock.
Toby West, junior linebacker, in on the tackle. 1st down yardage. Clock runs. A minute 25 to go. Our defensive line switches. We might have run into one of the offensive linemen, but they didn't throw a flag. Stubblefield throws it to the corner. Towns, the receiver, did in. He was looking for an out. It's incomplete. 2nd down and long.
Looks like everybody's going to have a chance to have a piece of this game, which is cool to see for the Rangers.
Stubblefield has 2 receivers to either side. Game clock stops at minute 16. Gives it to Johnson. Wrapped up in the backfield and taken down. Don't know. Devin Smith.
Let's see here.
Who else was at the bottom of that pack? No.
95.
95.
Ryan Friont.
You know how to say that.
Frimaya. Senior defensive tackle.
In any event, it's 3rd and 12 after the loss on the play. Stubblefield out to the edge. Towns makes the catch, then gets pummeled by a couple of defenders. First one there was Toby West. Short gain makes it 4th and about 7 from the 45.
Tate Maples, the backup cornerback, also a junior, was out there.
Fiamaya, by the way, had the tackle.
Fiamaya? Okay.
Fiamaya.
I knew you
Joe
would know.
Van Pelt is in the game. Game clock runs. Actually, they don't have to snap it again, and I'm not sure they will. Everybody looking. Oh, yeah, the play clock reset, so they're just going to let it run out. That'll be the final play of the game. And the Rangers will win this one. 42-7 will be your final. Well, they are going to run one more play.
Just because you said that.
Just because. Stubblefield will throw. Somebody's going to go long. He gets popped and throws it incomplete, and that's the final play of the game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he had to take that hit. As one more hit, and the game is over. 42-7. The Rattlers win this one by a handful. They'll move on the season to 3-3 in Conference 26-6A. They'll be 5-4 overall. The Rattlers 0-6 in district and 0-9 overall. We'll have more on what happens next week when we come back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut. Mom Needs a Break Cleaning is the professional service you can trust. Thorough, careful, and affordable. We take care of all your home cleaning needs so Mom can take care of the important things in life. Isn't it time you came home to a spotless house without the hours of back-breaking work? Call Mom Needs a Break Cleaning for an over-the-phone estimate and to set your personalized cleaning schedule with us today.
Welcome back to Rattler Stadium. The Rangers win at 42-7, your final score. Greg Eggleston, the first half. Rangers finally got a first down in the last drive of the second half. Kind of good to see to give them momentum into next week.
Right.
New Braunfels is up next, but let's talk one more statement about this one. I think the Rangers came out and did what they needed to do, took care of business, and then just got through the game.
They really did. And, Tony, I think you hit the nail on the head. They came out here with their mindset, we're going to win in all three phases and just take care of our business. They did that. Start off a little bit, behind, I guess, when they came 7-7, but then they basically just put the, pedal to the metal, and they got it done. I mean, what else can you say? All three phases did their part in the game.
Rangers score on their first 5 possessions of the game to go up 35-7 at half, win at 42-7. Next Friday night, New Braunfels comes to town.
Right.
They lost tonight. We won. They can get into the playoffs if they beat us by a bunch. The Rangers simply have to go win the game, and they're in the playoffs.
Kind of like the same mindset of tonight, Tony, and that's come in, just take care of business. If they play like they're supposed to play, execute well, starts with Luke Gomber making good decisions when he throws the football, play good, solid defense, they'll come out with another win. They'll be in the playoffs again.
Rangers win at 42-7 on Jeff Gandy night as we honor him for what he did at Churchill High School way back in the day. 42-7, your final score. The Rangers win it. They're back home next Friday night on the Ranger Network.